60 people combing the area on horseback, foot, and with the help of dogs. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Napa know-how!
How to tell if you need a free Napa racing hat. Look in the mirror. If there's not one on your head, you need one. Spend $25 and you'll get a free Napa racing hat. We'll even donate $1 to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund for every hat given away. Besides, you've got the perfect place to keep that free hat. Your head. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 7/31/15.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A woman told us she was fed up with constantly playing on the course right behind the same slow group. So she went to Golfsmith and picked up high-velocity Callaway XR woods. The way she sees it, if she can't make them play faster, a few balls whizzing by at 100 miles an hour might. Hurry into Golfsmith today to get the best of the season and save enough on the Callaway XR woods to play another round. Only at Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
The USDA study revealing why there's no place like home when it comes to smaller towns and rural communities. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Did you know millennials often make recipes based on photos their friends share online? Market research conducted by Your Beef Checkoff finds nearly 60% of millennials have tried a recipe they saw posted on social media. And whether they are new to cooking or experienced, they want resources that boost their cooking expertise. While you're managing your cattle operation, Your Checkoff is giving millennials more opportunities to eat beef by sharing recipes and nutrition information. Learn and share more at mybeefcheckoff.com. Paid for by your checkoff dollar.
Over several years of visiting rural communities in This Land of Ours, USDA economic researcher John Cromartie spoke with countless residents who left their hometown or similar areas and then came back years later.
I had just collected an enormous number of anecdotal stories and seen firsthand the role of return migrants in leadership positions in these towns.
Migrants being the economic research study term for those former residents who returned to live in rural communities versus non-migrant residents who lived most or all of their lives in the same towns.
We were talking to people who were returning after going to college, after spending a number of years possibly in an urban job or possibly in the military, spending time gaining that experience elsewhere. And those skills, that experience, we just saw over and over how it made a positive impact back home.
Cromartie noted a significant number of the returnees who came back to serve their community in roles such as business owners, civic leaders, or community volunteers.
With returnees, they have both the skills and the knowledge of the community and the social ties that allows them to really use those skills in a very unique way to tie back into the community and to really make a positive impact.
On tomorrow's edition of This Land of Ours, the primary reason why people return home. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Gene Powell pasture mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing service, we also offer fence row spraying. Now is the perfect time to get ahead on weed control for an overall aesthetic appearance. Gene Powell pasture mowing, 352-629-2440 or online at powellgene, Gene, at yahoo.com. We are licensed and insured. Gene Powell pasture mowing, 352-629-2440.
Are you wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars on termite retreat fees? If you're not with Turner Pest Control, you probably are. Turner Pest Control offers the industry's only termite and pest control package that never charges retreat fees, ever. You can get started today for only $99. This is a value of $500 or more. This includes treatments, installation of monitoring stations, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee, all for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
Community members of all ages are invited to visit the Appleton Museum of Art for Free Museum Day this Saturday, July 11th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Enjoy the exhibitions, make art in the art space, and see short artist films in the auditorium all day long free of charge. No registration is necessary to attend. The Appleton is located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Call 352-291-4455 for questions. 291-4455 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 for
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750. We are The Source, WOCA.
We've got the latest updates on why trading was halted on the stock exchange yesterday. We'll give you that. Also, Hawaii has become the first state to ban plastic bags completely. I'll tell you why that's, I mean, you can figure this out, but probably not a good idea. And the Redskins. The Washington Redskins could soon just be the Skins. Federal judge just canceled their trademark registrations. We'll give you all those details right now.
All we want is
What you're about to hear is the fusion of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Pat and Stu for Glenn Beck on the Glenn Beck Program, 888-727-BECK. Glenn, of course, resting his vocal cords for a few weeks and should be back with full recovery at that time, shortly after the rest. It's kind of like bed rest when you've got really bad back problems, and then you jump up and you're ready to go again. Which is exactly what happened to me when I did bed rest 25 years ago. Just jumped up,
Pat,
boom, right back in it.
Your back is worse than anybody else's, any other body part that I've ever seen.
So maybe that's not a good example then?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not the best example. Seriously, though, his doctors expect a full recovery. So,
yeah.
So just a little paralysis. What's a little paralysis among vocal cords? Nothing. Right?
Nothing.
It's nothing. 888-727-BECK. This Redskin situation has been brewing for a long time, but it's gotten a lot worse in the last, 2 years, I would say, where, I don't know, for some reason it all came back up again, and it seems to be boiling over now. Somehow a federal judge just canceled the Washington Redskins trademark registration. Didn't that happen before?
Yeah,
Seemed like we had a similar story.
And affirming a earlier court decision. And you obviously joked saying that they would soon be called the Skins. I mean, there's a million levels of challenging, re-challenging, and then even if they do lose all the way to the Supreme Court somehow, which again with the Supreme Court I have no faith in them, so that it could happen, they could still get protection from the states. There's still a lot of ways they can go here. I think they're going to be the Redskins until Daniel Snyder feels like he wants to change it, and I hope that's never.
I do too, because it's unusual to see somebody hold out this long.
It is.
In this day and age, people just don't hold out like this. They just don't. Even if they believe they're in the right, even if they know they've got the facts on their side, like this didn't start out as an insult to American Indians. It didn't. It was a tribute to their Native American coach. And that's how it started. Everybody knows that. We've told that story 100 times. And over time, did it become an insult? I guess so.
I don't think so. I mean, there was a time, like we talked about, we played something on the TV show last night about this, where it was a segment from Wonderful World of Stu. Maybe I'll put it on my Facebook page so you can watch it if you want to. But it was basically like, at the beginning of the term, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
When the team started, it was good. Currently, it's good. But there is a story from 1863 where someone used it as a pejorative. So, I mean, it's like, so the origin is fine. The origin of the team using it is fine. The way it's currently used is obviously fine. No one even, honestly, most people, they do try to honor Native American history, but most people just see it as a name of a football team at this point. We used the example of Knickerbocker the other day. Like, no one knows what a New York Knickerbocker is. I guess it's someone who lives in New York. But, I mean, that's not what it means now. It means now a basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with the Redskins. People, when you hear Redskins, the only thing you ever use that for are potatoes and the Washington Redskins. That's it. So, it's just a ridiculous attack. And, done by people who have absolutely, in many cases, no standing. I mean, it's just, it's people like Harry Reid who, waddle around the Senate floor making statements about things they don't know anything about. Certainly he's made a career about that, but I'm not going to give him any credit, and certainly not going to rule against a profitable business that is creating jobs and doing things that are actually positive for the economy. I'm not going to rule against them because Harry Reid feels bad. And that's kind of where we are. It's just like, well, Harry Reid doesn't like it. There's a few individual Native Americans who don't like it, although the vast majority are fine with it. Yet we're supposed to overturn this.
Yeah. And there's so many other Native American nicknames, from the Cleveland Indians to the Atlanta Braves. There was a team from 1919 to 1939 in Atlanta called the Atlanta Black Crackers.
Black Crackers?
Yeah. So is that insulting to both blacks and whites? I don't know. I don't know. But these names, we don't even know the origin most of the time anymore. We only learned the origin of the Redskins name a year ago, maybe 2. That was not clear to us at the time, and people had just kind of kept that quiet because nobody wanted to acknowledge that it came from a good place in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly was on that train myself. I kind of assumed.
So was I. I was like, I had to change
it. Maybe it was. I was never thinking that they should change it per se, but it was like I figured it was an antiquated thing. Sometimes you have those things. They're a little bit antiquated. They were from a different era. Maybe they were even offensive at the time, but they've come to now mean something else. Let's all get over it. That's kind of how I was with the Redskins before. Learning the history, their case is absolutely rock solid. I mean, it's absurd that they're being threatened with their trademark going away. And that wouldn't mean, even if their trademark did go away, would not mean they would need to change the name. That would just mean, in theory, if they ever got to that point, and we talked to the Redskins lawyer, maybe 6 months ago, and he was completely convinced that they had such a long process before they could even attempt to do that. It's not really an issue. But even if it did go away, you'd have other protections from states, localities. You'd also have, in this weird worst-case scenario, it would just be that other people could also use the name, which in effect would make the name more popular. It would be in more places. Mm-hmm. It would actually be more prominent because everybody who wants to take advantage of the Redskins' reputation would start selling their product with Redskins logos on it. The Redskins couldn't come in and stop them, so everything would have Redskins logos on it.
So it doesn't hurt the Redskins team. It just basically hurts Daniel Snyder because he wouldn't profit from people selling Redskins stuff.
Right. They would.
That's what it does with his trademark.
It would hurt the team in that it would screw the team. But if you actually cared about the Redskins name being out there, this is the last thing in the world you'd do.
Yeah.
Because you would think then it could kind of be everywhere. And as long as Daniel Snyder wants to stick to his guns, he can hold on to that name as long as he wants. The assumption is by many that he's eventually going to get pressured into changing it. But man, the guy's got balls. He doesn't care. He doesn't seem to care.
I know
about what other people think, and he's holding on to it. Even as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm no fan of the Washington Redskins. You kind of have to like it. You like that he's standing up for what he believes in and doesn't care.
Nobody does. Nobody
does this anymore.
Up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. You look at how long it took, and this is a serious offense, and it really does look like he's guilty now. But look how long it took everybody to get rid of Cosby stuff yesterday. It just
minutes.
I mean, one thing from a trial in 2005, he hasn't been tried and convicted of anything yet.
No.
He hasn't even been charged with a crime. It's just alleged that he committed crimes.
And look, it looks like he did some bad stuff.
And it does look like it. Yeah, it does.
But as you pointed out yesterday, I mean, this is a pretty serious one. We've seen things, Jared apparently works with a guy who likes child porn. Mm-hmm. And he's lost his gig. Donald Trump he didn't commit any crimes. He's not associated with any crime.
He did say something, though.
He's awful.
He said something.
And I don't like him as a candidate, but what did he do?
He said
something that people didn't like, so he lost all of his jobs.
Yeah, he said something.
Yet at the same time, we have such a weird standard. O.J. Simpson, double murderer, still, his movies still air. Naked Gun still airs. I pointed this out, I think, last week. I bought Delicious. Toasted coconut and sea salt Triscuits. which, by the way, delicious, and have Martha Stewart's face on the front of the box. Now, Martha Stewart went
Convicted
to prison
felon?
for insider trading.
Yeah.
In theory, it's much worse than what Trump did, right? Isn't that? She went to prison for
an actual crime over something somebody said?
But that's okay.
Yeah.
Eminem has said incredibly negative things about gays, but he got away with it. I don't know what the formula is to get away with that sort of thing.
Rap music is the formula.
It might be. Maybe it is rap music. Because, here's a guy who said obviously terrible things about beating women and gays, and his music was featured in a Chrysler ad. Chrysler using him as a figurehead, a spokesperson.
That's
okay.
Amazing. That is amazing.
Okay, I don't know what the formula is. I think the general formula is a heavy dose of liberalism. If you are liberal enough, remember Bill Cosby. This happened in 2005. The guy skated through his entire existence until he started coming out and saying, "Hey guys, pull up your pants, black people." Once he started saying that,
let's try to keep the black family together.
Yeah, once he started saying things like that,
then he was done.
Yeah. And I don't know, are those two associated? I mean, I would say there's a chance of it. It certainly seems that people turned on him harder because of that. The comedian Hannibal, I always want to say Lecter, and it's definitely not Hannibal Lecter. Anyone
he wasn't that funny a guy.
Burris, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he wasn't hilarious at all.
Not very funny.
But he did this rant.
I saw his stand-up a couple of times. It's just not that good.
No?
No.
Really? Mm-mm. I'm surprised. The Hannibal Burris, who did this big comedian or comedy routine where he was yelling essentially at Bill Cosby for being a rapist, and which kind of started this. Again, a comedian's routine somehow starts this ball rolling. But he basically was saying that was the reason he did it. You know what? Bill Cosby's, whatever. But, now that he's out there talking about black people pulling their pants up, well, you know what? I don't know if you should be talking. You're a rapist. That's what that routine was. It was actually specifically critical of him talking about black people taking responsibility for their own actions and things like that. He didn't like the preaching.
It's so bad.
But is it a surprise? We speculated about that, but I actually watched the routine. That's what he was saying. He didn't like that he was saying, hey, don't, criticizing the black family. Listen to me. I'm on an 80s sitcom. And he'd say, well, you're a rapist. And now this guy who may very well be a rapist. I mean, believe me, if he's a rapist, I don't think anybody's feeling bad for him. But it does seem like he's done some things that are pretty horrible. But that's how it happens now. It's like, what sense? We have a court system. Why is a comedian starting this ball? We had a court system. They did documents in court. I mean, the court finally, polished off the Cosby legend, I guess. But it is a weird way these things happen.
What Jimmy Walker said about him? This was pretty interesting to me because Jimmy Walker, the guy from the 70s who used to say, "Dynamite!"
Yeah,
that
sure.
guy, has known him forever. And here's what he told, I think it was CNN yesterday.
And we have known about this from the times I did my film with him, Let's Do It Again, which was a great honor to work with Bill Cosby. But it's a shame to see that Bill Cosby is now turning into the O.J. Simpson of the comedy world. And that's a bad thing.
I know you've described him sort of as Wilt Chamberlain-like.
Yeah, he is on that level in terms of women and stuff that he has done. But again, he's on the genius category of stand-up and everything he's done. I think that through the years, I'm surprised that Cosby had to use drugs because women flocked to Cosby. They loved Cosby. He was that kind of personality, strong, defiant, just making tremendous progress, coming out with one of the best shows of all times, but always, a lot of women around, and that's just the way he rolled.
It's pretty interesting because we were kind of speculating on that yesterday. With Bill Cosby could probably get any women he wanted without the use of drugs. Why didn't he? I guess he did that
maybe
too.
He did that too.
Sounds like he did that too. Why not just do that exclusively?
That's an interesting proposal. Has anyone considered that before? Maybe don't drug the women and just
don't
do it the normal way.
Right. Also, it was kind of interesting to hear Jimmy Walker say that we knew about this. We've known about this.
When he said he'd known about this, was he just talking generally about he liked a lot of women? That's kind of the sense I got later, because he said, I don't know why he would need to do drugs with them. So,
so maybe he was just talking about, we know he was with women all the time, or a lot of women around, or wasn't faithful to his wife or whatever. Right. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. More of the Glenn Beck program with Pat and Stu coming up.
Terrorists operating inside the U.S. The Muslim Brotherhood infiltrating our government. All this month on The Blaze TV. Learn how vulnerable America is to an attack from within. Visit theblaze.com/terror for more information.
The Glenn Beck program returns in minutes.
The Blaze Radio Network.
With the costs of healthcare going higher and higher, Christian families are eager to find a better solution. Is there any option that's affordable, acceptable under the law, and doesn't go against your beliefs? Thankfully, the answer is yes. Medishare. It's not insurance. It's over 100,000 Christians who share each other's medical bills. Most families pay 50% less than they'd pay with other healthcare programs, and it's fully acceptable under the law. But here's the best part. Because Medishare is Christians helping Christians, your healthcare dollars never have to pay for things like the morning after pill. What are you waiting for? Make the switch to Medishare.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your healthcare. For your free information guide, call 855-41-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. Medishare, affordable biblical healthcare. Call 855-41-BIBLE. That's 855-41-BIBLE.
Achy muscles and joints slowing you down? Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray provides fast, odor-free pain relief for all those hard-to-reach places, perfect for on-the-go pain relief. And now introducing the new Blue Emu Anti-Itch Cream, made with the strongest form of hydrocortisone available without a prescription, and the proprietary Quart Emu Complex, made with soothing aloe, vitamin E, and emu oil. The name you've trusted for over 10 years is now the answer for every itch. Blue Emu, it works fast and you won't stink.
Every day, millions of people suffer from good health.
I hate feeling so good all the time.
If you're in optimal health, chances are you're taking all-natural Texas Superfood. Each bottle is packed with over 55 fruits and vegetables picked at their peak. Then we add nothing.
It's so annoying getting a good night's sleep.
Visit us at TexasSuperfood14.com today to get started on your path to the healthiest version of you. Available only at TexasSuperfood14.com.
That old Kentucky rain is still slowing things down. I'm Woody Kane. The story next on NASCAR Today, midday.
Howdy, folks. It's me, Colonel Sanders, here to talk about the Mighty Shark. My $5 fill-up with chicken tenders and all-new FLG sauce will have you wishing you had extra rows of teeth to rip your prey to shreds. And my mashed potatoes are so rich you'll want to swim through them. So stop into any of my restaurants, which are located inland and far from the shallow coastal waters where most shark attacks occur, and have a $5 fill-up with us. Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's finger-licking good.
Offer includes 3 tenders, side biscuit, cookie, and medium drink. Pricing and participation may vary.
The road to victory lane isn't just for drivers anymore. Introducing the official daily fantasy game of NASCAR at DraftKings.com, America's favorite daily fantasy sports site. Just pick a team of 5 drivers and stay under the salary cap. Outscore your opponents and win. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code PISTON to play for free. You could win part of the $1 billion in prizes being awarded this year. Enter Piston to play for free now at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
4 hours of practice with the new lower downforce package in the Sprint Cup Series was washed out at Kentucky Speedway yesterday, and teams are trying to dry out and get on track today. Carl Edwards says what they learn will be crucial.
The way that we race here and the way that we race at Darlington is going to give us all a good data point going forward. NASCAR, all of us, we want closer racing, we want better racing, we want it to be more exciting, more fun, and NASCAR's got a lot of things on the table. We're going to do this low downforce package here in Darlington. We're going to do a high downforce package at Indy and Michigan, but it's a good data point, and so this test, this race, Darlington, they're going to be important going forward.
We've got Camping World Truck Series racing tonight from Kentucky. The UNOH 225 is on at 7 Eastern Time. I'm Woody Kane. This is NASCAR Today, midday on the Motor Racing Network.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
With Pat and Stu, 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. This dopey anonymous group apparently shut down Wall Street yesterday for trading because did you see the tweet that they tweeted out something the night before that, does it look like Wall Street's going to have a bad day tomorrow? I sure hope so. So people are speculating it was them that did this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
shut
know.
It down.
Who knows, right? I mean, there's been about 50 reports as to the reason, and I don't think we're ever going to know. Maybe in 10 years, someone will write a book and we'll actually get the real story. But when these things happen on Wall Street, you don't typically know. It's kind of weird, though, because there was three things in the same day. There was the Wall Street Journal site went down, and then there was the New York Stock Exchange went down, and what was it, United Airlines went down all in the same day? So people were thinking, is this some sort of coordinated attack? And, it does not look that way. But it's, it's kind of frightening. You realize how vulnerable we are without those things.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
I think so.
And how vulnerable we are to those attacks. Because, these boneheads can seemingly get in whenever they want to. And they do. So I don't know how you stop it, and that could really be disastrous at some point. There was a story yesterday as well that China might be on the brink of some sort of 1929 market crash. Did you see that story too? So on the same day we have that story, you got the New York Stock Exchange closing down, and that could be really dangerous. Then you've got the banks closed again for another week in Greece, and you could really create panic that way. It's not good. You got to find some way. I don't know how, but there's got to be some way to protect against all this stuff. Isn't there? And we just don't take the steps, it seems, to do it.
Well, I think what we need is the government to take over the internet fully. I think maybe they run all the websites.
Not our government, though. You don't want our government to take it over.
Oh, no.
You want to turn that over to a world body of some sort?
Yes, like a United Nations or something like that, where they can just take care of all the websites. Like, they can start figuring out how the Google search algorithm works. I think that would work a lot better than
so,
Google.
Too.
I mean, they're private citizens. I mean, what are they going to do?
What have private citizens ever done?
I can't think
Almost
of anything.
Nothing.
It's all the government.
You think of television, the internet, all the government invented all that stuff. Radio.
Oh my gosh.
Cars. Mm-hmm. It's the government. Mm-hmm. It was the U.S. or Japanese government that invented all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's either U.S. or Japan on virtually everything.
It's the attitude of progressives. I was talking about a story last night. I thought it was amazing. A guy lost 100 pounds walking on the treadmill. He's a writer for Vox, that website. Liberal website. Writes 100 pounds. Goes from 180 to 285 to 185. Amazing story of personal achievement. A guy who really takes something on his own. It's on his own shoulders. Goes to the gym every day for an hour walking on the treadmill. Loses all this weight. What is the article about? Well, the real reason that people are overweight is not individual. It's collective. It's a problem with society. There's too much access to unhealthy foods. You just lost 100 pounds. Did you have access to unhealthy foods? Yeah, you made a choice not to eat them, or at least eat less of them, and then you went to the gym. Is there an access problem there? People can walk. They don't need treadmills to walk. Like, as I know and as you know, Pat, me and you fluctuate like roller coasters when it comes to weight, and that's because we make either good choices ourselves or bad choices ourselves. It has nothing to do with what society is doing to us. It's up to us.
Sadly, it's usually the bad choices.
Usually the bad choices. Yeah. I mean, but we could make good choices. We just don't.
The Glenn Beck Program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The Confederate flag will be removed from the South Carolina State House grounds on Friday after a debate and vote overnight. The debate renewed after the massacre at a historically black church in Charleston.
The alleged gunman, an avowed white supremacist who posed for pictures with the Confederate banner. The attack claimed the lives of 9 people, including State Senator Clemente Pinckney.
Fox's Jonathan Sari in South Carolina.
Governor Nikki Haley issued a statement saying, quote, "It is a new day in South Carolina, a day we can all be proud of, a day that truly brings us all together as we continue to heal as one people."
Florida Supreme Court says that congressional districts passed by Republicans are unconstitutional, and the search continues in the Wyoming wilderness for 3 Midwestern sisters missing for days. There are now 60 people combing the area on horseback, foot, and with the help of dogs. Fox News, we report, you decide.
How to tell if you need a free Napa racing hat. Look in the mirror. If there's not one on your head, you need one. Spend $25 and you'll get a free Napa racing hat. We'll even donate $1 to the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund for every hat given away. Besides, you've got the perfect place to keep that free hat. Your head. Conquer the job with Napa Know-How. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 7/31/15.
And now another golf confessional brought to you by Golfsmith. A woman told us she was fed up with constantly playing on the course right behind the same slow group. So she went to Golfsmith and picked up high-velocity Callaway XR woods. The way she sees it, if she can't make them play faster, a few balls whizzing by at 100 miles an hour might. Hurry into Golfsmith today to get the best of the season and save enough on the Callaway XR woods to play another round. Only at Golfsmith. Anything for golf.
Chip, what are the 2 most important reasons people buy from Ford Lincoln of Ocala in Village Ford of Bellevue?
Easy. They've shopped everywhere else and found out that we have the selection and the price that can't be beat.
Exactly. People buy from us because they know when it comes to new Fords, no one comes close to our huge inventory of every model, equipment package, and color Ford has to offer.
And when it comes to price, Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue is unbeatable. Backed by our low price guarantee in writing.
We invite you to visit our websites at FordofOcala.com or MyVillageFord.com. View our complete inventory of new and certified pre-owned Fords. Then check out the long list of positive reviews from our customers who have purchased or had their vehicles serviced with us.
Although selection and price are important, you also receive the benefits of a courteous factory-trained certified staff that just makes doing business with Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue a real joy.
Come in for the selection.
Come in for the price.
Come to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license? At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
You're listening to the Glenn Beck Program.
with Pat and Stu, 888-727-BET. 888-727-BECK. Hey, tonight is an Ask Anything of the Glenn Beck staff night on Glenn Beck TV. So you can still get your tickets. If you want to be a part of the audience today, you have to do this quickly because I think you got to be here by what time? By 1 o'clock or something? 1:30?
Something time? Like that. Yeah, just
yeah. So if you're in the DFW area or you're flying here today, or you want to specifically come in for this from Madagascar, you can certainly do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't walk from Madagascar, though. It's too far.
You might want to take a plane.
Yeah, you can email tickets@theblaze.com. I would say more importantly at this point, especially if you're in any part of the country and you want to get some question to the staff.
Can I email it?
You could email it. Email your question to askglenn@theblaze.com. Now, the cool thing about that is, Glenn does these Ask Glenn things sometimes. And they're great. He answers lots of questions, lots of different topics, whether it's politics or just behind the scenes or whatever.
I can give you the answers right now. Bullet in the head or love.
Yes, it's either love or bullet in the head. Those are the only two answers that he has.
Or there's a third. Woodrow Wilson.
Yes, okay. Those are the three answers he provides.
Yes.
The staff will be there today to give you our unvarnished opinion without Glenn sitting there. So we can pretty much say whatever we want.
I will not say the word love, not once. Nor will I say Woodrow Wilson.
I will probably say at least
Woodrow
Wilson.
Bullet in the head.
You probably won't go to the bullet in the head. Yeah, I can see you getting there faster.
Yeah.
But there's no danger of love unless Jeffy shows up, which we don't know about that.
Which I don't know. Yesterday, he was so sick on Pat and Stu yesterday. He's filling in for you because you're filling in for Glenn on the TV show. And he sat down in the chair as we were starting the show and just started sweating profusely.
Yeah.
It's like gravy was just pouring out of it because he sweats gravy. So enough gravy to feed Uganda came out of him. And it was like, so are you okay? This seems a little more than usual. He's like, no, I don't feel good. Will you please get down from that chair and go home? Do you need to go to the doctor, or should we call 911? He was really...
Yeah, he was having some issues.
Good.
He seemed to be a little bit better when he left yesterday, but he did not come in this morning for radio, so maybe he'll be in later in the day. I don't know. Hopefully he's feeling better. Because, he's... I wouldn't put him in the top 5% of health. Myself, I wouldn't classify him the very tippy top of healthy guys. I know.
I don't think I would either.
So
might drop down below 6% as well. But you know what? I refuse to be made to feel guilty for using a plastic bag at a grocery store.
Oh my gosh.
I refuse to do that. Even in Dallas, Texas, they're trying that nonsense. Did they give up on that yet?
I think they did.
Did they give up on it?
Planning to reverse it. I don't know if they did or not.
Because they passed an ordinance where you had to the grocery stores in Dallas proper didn't affect us in the suburbs, but in Dallas proper, they had to switch to plastic bags, or you paid 5 cents a piece or something.
Switch from plastic bags, or you had to pay 5 cents per bag.
No. If you're going to do that at your store, I'm leaving your store and not coming back. I'm going to go somewhere else. And I hate it when I go to these places and they try to guilt you into do you want the very environmentally friendly and earth-pleasing paper? Or do you want plastic?
You bastard.
You murderer. You killer. Yeah, give me the plastic and shut up.
Yeah.
I will not be guilted into that. Because plastic is just so much more convenient. The handles don't break every time you carry the stuff into the house. It holds together. I can reuse them if I want to. I can use them for garbage around in the smaller garbage cans in the house. I like plastic.
Okay? I mean, it's a better product.
Much.
You don't want it ripping and all that stuff. Plus, it's actually better. People are trying to turn to these reusable bags now where they're like, buy a bag from our store. If you can't sense a scam in that,
right?
Buy a bag from our store and bring it with you next time you shop.
Yeah, but it's really big, Stu, and it's made of cloth.
Oh, that's true.
Which is very, very healthy.
It's true. It's wonderful. By the way, a research paper by professors at the University of Pennsylvania and George Mason found San Francisco's ban on plastic bags has had significant negative repercussions on public health. Quote, the study found that there was evidence reusable grocery bags contained potentially harmful bacteria, especially coliform bacteria such as E. coli. They examined deaths and emergency room admissions related to these bacteria in the wake of the San Francisco ban and found that both deaths and ER visits spiked as soon as the ban went into effect. The study found that the plastic bag ban resulted in a 46% increase in foodborne illness. And why is that? Of course, because people don't wash bags. People don't wash them. So they put their, their chicken in there one time. A little bit leaks out on the ground, into the bag. The next time they go back to use it again, they put fruit in there, and the fruit rolls around in the E. coli, then they eat it. And it's happening, to a lot of people.
I love the unintended consequences of every single progressive policy.
Every one of them.
Every single one has something like this.
In conclusion, the study found that using standard estimates of the statistical value of life, the health costs associated with the San Francisco ban swamp any budgetary saving from reduced litter. It did the exact opposite of what it was supposed to do. And killed people. Died
from it.
That is a green fail. There is no doubt about that. That is a green fail, and there's so many of them.
Yet, Hawaii just decided to become the first state in the nation to actually ban plastic bags. Couple of exceptions like bags for fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and takeout home deliveries will be allowed.
Wait a minute. That's like everything.
It does sound like
We're just going to make an exception for anything that you're carrying something.
Retailers caught violating the ban will face steep fines anywhere from $100 to $1,000 per day. The island is encouraging businesses to offer alternative bags, including what you just talked about, Stu, reusable totes, 100% recyclable paper bags, and compostable plastic bags. Over 100 billion plastic bags are handed out in the U.S. every year. Chicago just banned them, and California is considering a similar ban. This is nonsense. It's not hurting any... I would like to hear from anybody who buys into the fact that plastic bags are killing this planet. It's nonsense.
Stuff just doesn't, it doesn't make any sense. People look at it over and over and over again, and I don't even know if the people doing it care. It's about control, right? We want you to do this. We want to seem like we're green. We want to say to our voters, we're taking steps to make your planet cleaner. I don't think they care. Honestly, if somebody dies because of E. coli in the freaking emergency room. It's actually happening, and Hawaii's doing it anyway. There's not that many people who are, reusing their plastic bags and dying from E. coli. That's not happening very often.
No.
And there is no real environmental benefit. There is no real savings benefit. And you're actually putting people in danger. Now, look, I don't know. I think I've asked you this before, and you actually said yes to it, which amazed me. But who thinks of washing a bag? I go to a grocery store.
No, I don't think I said yes. I can't imagine washing a bag.
So I've
never done it.
Maybe it was Jeffy who said yes.
Yeah, I think Jeffy did say yes.
Yeah, because when you got a reusable bag, you bring it to the store, you empty it out, you throw it in a closet or something, and then you bring it back to the store next time and you put more stuff in it.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing that,
or you leave it in the back of the car where it gets heated up.
Yeah. If you're doing this, and a lot of people do it not because they think there's some environmental benefit, because they like the size of them or they're more durable because it's cloth. I understand that. If that's your choice, that's your choice. But know that you need to go wash those things every time you use them. Every time. Every time you go in there and get any single product that could have anything to do with bacteria, you need to wash that bag.
Especially like chicken.
Yeah, chicken, any meat at all, obviously. Yeah. And there's other products. There's plenty of stuff that you buy at a grocery store that could have these problems. In addition to that, what's the environmental cost of all the cycles that bags have to be put in when they're getting washed? You're wasting how much water washing bags? We're all washing bags and acting like we're friendly to the environment? It's absurd. But this is environmentalism in the year 2015.
It's like they insisted on these battery-powered cars, the batteries that are killing the planet now had to be constructed. We had to have electric cars. Now we have electric cars, and the batteries are more environmentally unfriendly than the gasoline-powered cars they were trying to eliminate. The same thing happened with the light bulbs. They force us into these mercury light bulbs. These, what do they call them? The CFLs? Is that what they are? The CFL bulbs, which if they break, you've got a hazmat situation on your hands because you've got mercury all over the place. So you're supposed to call a hazmat team and have your house professionally cleaned out, and you're not supposed to touch it yourself. You're supposed to immediately, I remember reading the warning on these, immediately leave your home.
Yeah.
And then call somebody in to clean it up. It's essentially a toxic waste dump now.
I don't know if it's still on YouTube somewhere, but when we were doing the Fox News Channel show, I did a segment in which I intentionally broke a CFL and then did the recommended cleanup process. What did I have to do to actually safely clean it up? I had to wear a hazmat suit.
Okay.
I
thought so, yeah.
And it took forever trying to do these ridiculous things. It would be something funny to do. Maybe we could tweet it out at World of Stew, or I'll post it on my Facebook page.
I'd like to see it, yeah.
Yes. StewFacebook.com is the Facebook page. If it says it's still out there on YouTube or something, I'll post it. But it was ridiculous. People talked to me about that segment for years because they had them in their houses. And this is what you're supposed to do.
We have to have them in our houses.
Yeah. They've banned the alternative. So what's the unintended consequence?
Every time.
It's the same thing.
Every single time. 888-727 back. More of the Glenn Beck program with Pat and Stu on the way.
You know, you got enough danger in your house with these killer plastic bags, these E. coli bacteria, your CFL light bulbs, all of that. You might want to take one danger out, which is people from the outside breaking into your house. Simply Safe is the home security system that you need to have. Simply Safe does this better than anybody because they take all the speed bumps that people have getting an alarm and they get rid of them. First of all, it's 24/7 protection, best in the industry. There are no long-term contracts, so you're not getting all involved with a company for multiple years. And even if you want to get rid of the alarm, you can't because you're locked into a contract. Simply Safe also is wireless. They're not going to put holes in your wall. You're not going to have that sort of situation. Simply Safe, about every second of the day that trained security professionals are watching over your home. First sign of a break-in, they send police. Simply Safe Home Security, they are always there for you. This is how you become a hero to your family. Go to simplysafebeck.com. Go right now for extra 10% off. But you don't become a hero for your family for protecting them from plastic bags. That's not how it happens. Okay? Extra 10% off at simplysafebeck.com. Simplysafebeck.com.
Don't miss a minute of the Glenn Beck program. It's always on demand at theblaze.com/radio. The Blaze Radio Network. President Obama is negotiating a bad deal with Iran, giving them a pathway to a nuclear bomb. Senator Marco Rubio is fighting to stop it. Listen to Marco Rubio.
I think that the Iranians believe that Barack Obama and John Kerry are desperate for a deal, and I think they sense it. And the Iranians are taking advantage of it. Our allies no longer trust us, and our enemies no longer fear us.
Take action now. Call 202-224-3121. Tell your senators to join Marco Rubio. Vote against Obama's deal and stop Iran from getting the bomb.
The prospect of a nuclear-capable Iran is so unacceptable that we must be prepared to act.
Stop Iran from getting the bomb before it's too late. Paid for by Conservative Solutions Project.
It's the end of the fiscal year, and that means budget cuts and number crunching. Now's the time of the year you're evaluating your expenses, planning your budget, and finding ways to save money and increase efficiency to maximize profits. Dex Imaging understands and delivers. Call Dex Imaging today for a free document management evaluation. Cutting your office expenses is as easy as calling Dex Imaging. 352-266-0333. Start saving money today and increase your bottom line with Dex Imaging. Imaging. Printers, copiers, and fax machines that increase office productivity and save you money. No one understands your bottom line better. Call Dex Imaging today, 352-266-0333, or check them out on the web at deximaging.com. That's DEXimaging.com. Or call 352-266-0333 for your free document management evaluation today.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
So you need a credit card, but how do you choose? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have rewards, and we do too. They have customer service. Hello, 24/7. They have celebrities. Hey, Danny. But with Florida Credit Union, there's no annual fee, no liability for fraudulent charges, and no 22% interest rates. Choose Florida Credit Union, and you'll not only have a great credit card, but you'll have the support and personal touch that the big banks, well, can't touch. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
The Glenn Beck Program.
It's Pat and Stu for Glenn on the Glenn Beck Program, 888-727-BECK. Some election speculation. Some people are thinking now maybe Bernie Sanders does win Iowa and New Hampshire. Just straight up wins Iowa and New Hampshire.
This is unbelievable.
But then goes on to lose every other primary.
Yeah. Now, that might be true. However...
That would be stunning, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, the thesis behind this, basically, is that he is incredibly popular among white liberals. He is not connecting, however, with African-American audiences. And one of the situations that's interesting about the first 2 primary states, as it affects the Democratic Party, is that they don't really have, there's no, very few black people who vote in either Iowa or New Hampshire. The number much higher in South Carolina. But I mean, I'm sorry, if Bernie Sanders comes in and sweeps those 2 states, the dynamic changes in those other states. If somehow he's able to win now, if he just wins New Hampshire, that could be, people would say, he's from nearby, it's not that big of a deal. I could see them dusting, just sort of brushing that one off. But if he wins both of those states with the media coverage the way it is, I think it changes the dynamic dramatically in the following states. I mean, you wind up saying this guy's a legitimate contender. You go to South Carolina, where it might be a little bit harder, but it's not like Hillary Clinton is Barack Obama here. I mean, Hillary Clinton, I think, has a tough enough time relating to minorities. So, I know she's married to the first black president, but, she doesn't exactly have that pull. She'd be susceptible to someone who did. I think that's why she lost to Barack Obama. She had a tough time there, and once it got to those later states where there's a higher minority population, she couldn't come back. It would be interesting, though. If he somehow wins Iowa, I think he will win New Hampshire. Because, New Hampshire,
right
he's got
next door.
a good shot anyway.
Yeah, it's right next door.
So unless someone else hops in. And then when you start, if Bernie Sanders wins those first 2 states, that's when we get into the Al Gore zone.
Yeah.
That's when Al Gore steps up and says he's the only hope. No one's going to vote for Bernie Sanders. We all know that. He's not going to win.
And then we got some fun. Then we have some fun.
We're all looking forward to this. Can you tell?
If there's Al Gore and Hillary Clinton in that race.
Oh, my gosh.
We're in for some fun. Also, did you see Hillary come out of that ice cream parlor and shake hands with the guy with the tat on his arm, on his forearm?
I don't think I did, no.
They tweeted it out. She's smiling and he's smiling, greeting her, and they're shaking hands vigorously. He's got an ice cream in his left hand, shaking hand with his right hand, and tattooed on his right forearm is the word white.
Oh, no.
And so I think they looked at that and then they thought, is that white tattooed on his forearm?
Please be Castle on the other arm. Please be Castle on the other arm.
Either he's a burger fan or a white supremacist. Let's delete the photo.
Did they delete it?
They deleted it.
Oh, wow.
They deleted it.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Now, if that was a Republican, it would be the only story anyone talked about for 6 months.
No question. No question. 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. More fun on the Glenn Beck program. Pat and Stu on the way here.
You're listening to the Glenn Beck program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
We talk a lot about preparedness here on the show. Glenn does quite a bit. And he got me started on this a long time ago. And people ask us all the time, what can I do to be prepared? Well, you got to start with the basics. The first thing you're going to need is you're going to need some food. Food is essential to life. And if something goes down and there's a terrorist attack or a natural disaster or there's problems with the food chain, you're going to need food on hand. The folks at My Patriot Supply know that that's the number one thing you need when it comes to preparedness, and that's why they're offering an unheard-of price on their 72-hour emergency food supply. Right now, you can get it for only $10 by calling 800-274-3009 while supplies last. And you're not going to find this offer anywhere else, and it's not going to be available for long. Call today. They're going to even ship it to you for free. It's $10. That's it. 800-274-3009 for a 72-hour food supply with free shipping. 800-274-3009. My Patriot Supply.
Every day, millions of people suffer from good health.
I hate feeling so good all the time.
If you're in optimal health, chances are you're taking all-natural Texas Superfood. Each bottle is packed with over 55 fruits and vegetables picked at their peak. Then we add nothing.
It's so annoying getting a good night's sleep.
Visit us at TexasSuperfood14.com today to get started on your path to the healthiest version of you. Available only at TexasSuperfood14.com.
Hall of Fame driver Richard Petty for Blue Emu.
Maintenance is important. To help me keep feeling my best, I use odor-free Blue Emu made with real emu oil. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray has an active ingredient to relieve the aches and pains of my muscles and joints, and it's perfect for hard-to-reach places. Hey, even us precision machines need a little help sometimes. Use what I use, Blue Emu. It works fast, and you won't stink.
Blue Emu, available at Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and other fine...
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge, undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Cozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. Senators hearing from the president's pick to chair the Joint Chiefs.
Marine Corps Commandant General Joseph Dunford views Russia as the greatest threat to U.S. national security.
If you want to talk about a nation that could pose an existential threat to the United States, I'd have to point to Russia. And if you look at their behavior, it's nothing short of alarming.
General Dunford also telling the Senate Armed Services Committee it would be reasonable to supply lethal military aid to Ukraine.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A funeral today for the victim of a shooting on a San Francisco pier, allegedly by an illegal immigrant.
32-year-old Kate Steinle will be laid to rest today in her hometown of Pleasanton. It will be a private celebration of her life as officials try to figure out how her accused killer slipped through the cracks.
Fox's Claudia Cowan. And the New York Stock Exchange, which suspended trading for hours yesterday, says a software update caused communications problems. Fox News. We report, you decide.
What puts your identity at risk? Did you swipe your debit card at the gas station? Identity thieves can place skimming devices on the payment terminals. Do you use public Wi-Fi? Identity thieves are known to set up shop around Wi-Fi hotspots, hoping to cash in on your personal information. Do any online banking? Go to the doctor? LifeLock reminds us that banks and health insurers are susceptible to breaches of your private information. But don't stop living your life. Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock Ultimate Plus helps protect your social security number, bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. Obviously, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at every business, but you only have one identity. Protect it with the best. Enroll with LifeLock in minutes, and your protection starts immediately. Visit LifeLock.com now and use promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10% on your membership. Call 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Beware of Grandma's homemade apple pie. When we think of food as homemade or traditional, we make positive, nostalgic associations that makes us more likely to order that item. We should all get in the habit of carrying a package of alcohol wipes when we travel and cleaning every surface near our seat before we start touching anything. And if it's a phone interview, make sure you use your voice to convey enthusiasm. Do that by smiling as you speak.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
If you've been hearing about the crowded Eaton's Beef Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eat and Speak Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eat and Speak Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
So you need a credit card, but how do you choose? Let's compare the big banks to Florida Credit Union. They have rewards, and we do too. They have customer service. Hello, 24/7. They have celebrities. Hey, Danny. But with Florida Credit Union, there's no annual fee, no liability for fraudulent charges, and no 22% interest rates. Choose Florida Credit Union, and you'll not only have a great credit card, but you'll have the support and personal touch that the big banks, well, can't touch. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the right coverages. Plus, when you bundle your coverage for your car and your home with your boat, motorcycle, RV, or more, you can save up to 30%. So call the McDonald Allstate Agency today at 622-2333 or stop by one of our 2 Ocala locations at Calla Hills or the Jasmine Square Plaza.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary.
So the other day, Hillary Clinton said she never had a subpoena as it relates to her private email and Benghazi. Well, incredible breaking news, she was lying. Trey Gowdy said the Benghazi committee immediately subpoenaed Clinton personally after learning the full extent of her unusual email arrangement with herself. And while Hillary was lying, did her main competition, Bernie Sanders, suddenly start telling the truth? We have the audio now.
What you're about to hear is the fusion of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Pat and Stu for Glenn on the Glenn Beck Program, 888-727-BECK. Glenn's vocal cords are being rested right now. He, of course, will be back in plenty of time for 828 when we all join arm in arm and march in Birmingham, Alabama on 828 and 829. Get your tickets right now, mercury1.org. Get your hotel space reserved and join us to find out the next step in this movement on 828. 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. Bernie Sanders just said something that's actually true, and I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. I don't know what his motivation here was, except that he's running for president. So I guess he has to make it clear that not everything is terrific. Otherwise, why him? Why does he has to show you that he has a better way and a better idea? So he actually told the truth about unemployment numbers this week. Speaking at that big rally he was at, I think it was the one where he drew 7,500 people or whatever. But he told them that the administration is pushing some numbers right now with the American people on some unemployment numbers that are 5.4%. And he said that's, great, but the real number of unemployed in this country is 10.5%. A Democratic socialist who actually told the truth to a bunch of Democratic supporters that unemployment is 10.5% right now due to the people who have given up. They've looked for so long and they can't find anything, so they've just given up and now they're out of the job searching industry. So I don't know who he's blaming that on. He certainly didn't blame it on Barack Obama. I guess it's still George W. Bush's fault. We could still blame him because we were hemorrhaging jobs when he left. But then Obama claims that he fixed it. So how do we undo it without placing any blame on this administration, but still laying the blame on the previous?
Well, I think what you're describing, though, is what Hillary's trying to do, which is
she wants to say it would have been way worse with a Republican. It's much better with Obama, but there's still work to do, and I'm the person
that
to do
is
it.
her. Yes,
that's her.
That's her deal.
He, I think, on the other hand, has to sell it as actually things are a lot worse. I don't think he's the guy saying Barack Obama is a hero. He might say Barack Obama has moved the needle in the right direction, but he's not going nearly far enough. You need me. It's not a continuation of Obama from Sanders. It's Obama's way too conservative. He won't get the things done that I would get done. I'll go all the way. It'll be single payer. It's not going to be this Obamacare thing where you have private companies still benefiting.
Yeah, can you imagine? If we hated the direction of Barack Obama, what do you think we would... How would we receive what Bernie Sanders proposes to do? The guy... Well, first of all, that was the only truth in the entire statement, or the speech, and it was over an hour long. So he said a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of wealth redistribution and how billionaires have taken over the country, and shut up. But he did nail this.
And when Republicans talk about family values, what they mean...
When Republicans talk about family values...
What do they mean?
What they mean is...
Quite literally is that women should not have the right to purchase the contraceptives.
Quite literally, it's that women should not have the right to purchase contraceptives.
Oh my gosh, that is always what I mean when I say that. When I say family values, the only thing I mean is I don't want women buying contraceptives.
Finally.
I have been waiting for a candidate to recognize that.
Is that like a weight off your chest?
It really
right
is.
Now?
Well, every once in a while I think...
you understand me.
Mm-hmm. Every once in a while I think, why don't I just say it? Why don't I just say women should not have the rights to buy contraceptives? And I say, you know what? I can't. I need to say family values instead. And finally, Bernie is there to recognize what I've been doing.
He's translated it for you. You can't fool Bernie. You can't.
I mean, we one thing maybe we need to amend a little bit after this quote is we've given Bernie Sanders a lot of credit, and honest credit, because he's a guy who actually says he's a socialist. He doesn't act as if I'm a mainstream American like every other Democrat. He actually says, look, I'm a socialist, and we give him credit for that. But he obviously has the ability to lie as well. And there's no candidate out of all 17 running that are advocating a ban on contraception. None. There's not one. I mean, remember Cory Gardner, who banned birth control? Do you remember that?
I do remember
in Colorado.
that.
That was what they tried on him in Colorado. By the way, he's your current senator in Colorado, so that didn't work. But Bernie's still going to that well. That is it's a pretty blatant lie. And, sure, your fans are going to cheer you, but that's not honest. That's not a guy who you can give credit to for honesty. That's a guy who's a normal politician just blatantly lying. So, I mean, maybe we need to amend that. I think maybe he's honest in comparison to people like Barack Obama or Hillary Clinton, but I don't know that we can really classify him as honest.
Are you surprised at the number of people who just unabashedly are supporting him right now? I think it's really telling on where we are in this country. If he actually does wind up at about 30% of the vote, as opposed to right now, I think nationally he's trending around 15. But in certain states where he's doing really well, he's at 30 or 32%. If that's where he winds up in this thing, that's going to be shocking to me and chilling, because that's a lot of people who have come around to not just be Democrats, not just be hardcore left-wing Democrats, but socialists, but democratic socialists.
Well, I mean, look, the person who's the front runner, Hillary Clinton, her husband ran publicly as a centrist. Now, he wasn't a centrist, but he tried to convince the American people he was a centrist. He tried to triangulate, and he would take credit for things. He would criticize other liberals occasionally. He would do things like that. Recently, in the last few weeks, we've had both Lincoln Chafee, a Republican turned independent turned Democrat, and Jim Webb, a guy who worked in the Reagan administration, I think Secretary of the Navy or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. But he became and ran as a sort of moderate Democrat. Those two guys have announced, and there hasn't been one blip of attention, maybe outside of Lincoln Chafee wanting the metric system.
Now,
you did mention that.
In the Clinton years, if you had a guy who was a senator from a state as a Republican who governed a state as an independent and was now running for president as Democrat with a case of, hey, I used to be a Republican, those people are crazy. And a guy who was the only Republican and one of the very few people overall who voted against the Iraq War, this guy should have credibility in the Democratic Party, right?
You would think,
the same thing, Jim Webb, a guy who led a state, I think it was Virginia. He was a senator from a state, Virginia. He could maybe pull some Republican voters, some independent voters into those, the party. And these guys are dismissed as jokes, while a socialist has a third of the vote. You want to talk about a party that's moved a far way in a short time?
Oh, yeah.
It's the Democrat Party.
Yeah.
Really far, really fast.
I mean, the top two candidates have essentially said they're raising taxes on the wealthy, and they're going to raise them a lot, and they're unapologetic. Well, Hillary maybe is a little apologetic because she won't even outline her plan yet. But you can tell that she's going to, because she basically said it. She's going to tax the wealthy. She's going to do it in a fair way. Well, that's code for I'm going to tax everybody who makes any kind of decent salary. And I'm going to tell those who make under $75,000 that they're safe because that's my base. Everybody else, I don't care about you. You're going to pay more. And here it comes. Bernie Sanders is just saying, I'm taking money from the wealthy and I'm going to give it to the middle class. So that's how far the Democrat Party has come. When JFK cut taxes, their hero, JFK, they used to point to all the time, they've almost disavowed him now.
I mean, we're to the point where we've disavowed a family member of one of the candidates.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Clinton years are completely gone. At least he tried to sell himself as somebody who cared about the economy, who cared about... I mean, wasn't it him that said the era of big government is over? I mean, you're talking about a guy who basically said, yeah, the argument's pretty much over. Conservatives won that. To now we have a socialist might win the first two states.
There's something.
It's incredible. But the Tea Party's radical. It's the Republicans that have gone so far. They're so far out of the mainstream. Are they? Are they really? I don't hear too many people who are supporting things any different than, Reagan. I guess you have some libertarian stuff in there. Maybe some people who are tougher on certain policies, but generally, I mean, you have conservatives or conservatives. They support generally the same things. They've moved left on many things. Gay marriage is certainly a much higher support in the Republican Party than it used to be. The Rand Paul foreign policy has gained a little traction. That was not the Reagan approach. I mean, there's a lot of things that have moved one way or another, but there's a straight left shot of the Democrat Party, and it's never acknowledged in the media.
No, never. No, they're always saying Ronald Reagan wouldn't even recognize his party. He wouldn't even come close to winning the nomination in this party. Are you look at your own party. Look at the Democrat Party. It is now the party of communists. Essentially, it's almost a socialist or a communist party at this point. And there's no discussion about that at all.
In another year, Bernie Sanders would run in the Peace and Freedom Party or Socialist USA.
Why not?
Those parties exist, and they run socialist or communist candidates. He would fit well there. He would fit right in. They would, for example, if Hillary Clinton runs, most likely the Socialist Party USA will run a different candidate. If Bernie Sanders runs, they might just endorse him. I mean, maybe ballot access, they would do that, but why? This is what they want. He might not be all the way to government running all industries, but if you'd allow him to get there, he would.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be opposed to that.
Yeah. I don't think he necessarily thinks it's realistic to get there, but...
this is kind of the fulfillment of Glenn's prediction that they'll eventually just admit it. They'll eventually just say, yeah, okay, yes, I'm a socialist. Why shouldn't I be? Why aren't you a socialist? That's the fair system. That's the way to income equality. Of course I'm a socialist. So what? That's what they're saying with Bernie Sanders. That's what Bernie Sanders is. He admits it. Hillary Clinton has come closer to it. Mm-hmm. Barack Obama, over time, has gotten pretty close to that edge. He may never actually say it because he's the president of the United States, and we're probably not quite to the point where he can just say it. I think it'd still be a little bit shocking to most people in this country.
Yes.
But with Bernie Sanders, aren't we almost there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, and, we're there as the Democrats actually. Look, if Bernie Sanders was young, good-looking, more articulate, he would be winning by a significant margin right now.
He probably would.
I mean, the only thing holding him back, it's not his socialism holding him back. It's his hair. It's his crazy-sounding voice.
Yeah.
It's the fact that he's a little bit of a Looney Tune.
He's 74 years old, and he sounds like he's 84.
Yes, those are his problems. His problems in this primary are not his policies. He's an avowed socialist, and he's pretty much dead set in the middle of the Democrat Party right now.
Amazing.
And if that's what you want, I mean, you can have it.
888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK.
Sponsor this half hour is LifeLock. What puts your identity at risk? How about every time you swipe your debit card at a gas station? How about every time you're at a payment terminal and there's a possibility of an identity thief having a skimming device on it? How about when you use public Wi-Fi? Or when you go up, some private restaurant has a Wi-Fi hotspot. People constantly watch those things and try to take your personal information. If you do online banking, if you go to the doctor, your information is out there. LifeLock reminds all of us that bank and health insurers can be susceptible to breaches of your private information. But don't stop living your life. Do what I did. Do what Glenn did. I think Pat as well. Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus, identity theft protection. LifeLock Ultimate Plus helps protect your Social Security number, bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. Now, obviously, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at every business, but you only have one identity. You have to protect it with the best. Enroll with LifeLock in minutes, and your protection starts immediately. Visit LifeLock.com/Beck and use the promo code BECK to save 10% on your LifeLock Ultimate Plus membership. Call 800-440-4936, 800-440-4936, or LifeLock.com, 800-440-4936.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
We don't care what they say. There's gotta be a new way. 'Cause the Glenn Beck Program's on.
The Blaze Radio Network.
The Glenn Beck Program's on.
Every day, millions of people suffer from good health.
I hate feeling so good all the time.
If you're in optimal health, chances are you're taking all-natural Texas Superfood. Each bottle is packed with over 55 fruits and vegetables picked at their peak. Then we add nothing.
It's so annoying getting a good night's sleep.
Visit us at TexasSuperfood14.com today to get started on your path to the healthiest version of you. Available only at TexasSuperfood14.com.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, and MLS number 3030.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. 12 climate-controlled state-of-the-art lanes. R&D Tactical Solutions, full retail store, everything from firearms to CCW classes. Located next to the Supervisor of Elections. Open 9 to 7 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturdays, and 10 to 4 Sundays. Call 622-7468. R&D Tactical Solutions, Ocala's indoor gun range. Call 622-7468.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Glenn Beck program returns.
With Pat and Stu, 888-727-BECK.
By the way, tomorrow, we're going to be giving you the results of the presidential poll. You can go to my Facebook page. Easiest way to get there is stufacebook.com, and you'll see the poll there and vote on your candidates. There's now 17 of them in the field, and we're going to grade them from A to F. We'll give you the rundown tomorrow, see if anything's changed. Has Rand Paul's tax policy made him move up? Has Donald Trump moved up or down? We'll get all that information for you on tomorrow's radio program.
Interestingly, I wonder if this will give us a clue to how the candidates are doing. Almost every candidate now has a book out, either right now or they released it a while ago. And so all the Republicans in the field just about have one. And Ted Cruz just released his, so his figures aren't in this yet. But who would you say, out of all the books that have been released, from Marco Rubio to Scott Walker to Rand Paul, Jeb Bush, Carly Fiorina, who has the biggest selling book in the field?
I'm going to go out on a limb because I've heard some information on the background. I'll go with Marco Rubio. The only reason I would say that is because he's apparently got an $800,000 advance for that book, which is a big
American
advance.
Dreams. Yeah, big advance. $800,000 advance. He sold. Are you ready for this?
No.
$800,000 advance, and he sold a whopping total of 7,807 books.
Oh my God. Holy crap!
That's not good.
Because now maybe is it possible
good.
Maybe the advance was for another book?
Maybe.
You can figure they probably sold
maybe
an $800,000 advance. They're expecting you to sell a couple 100,000 copies of that book.
Unintimidated
minimum.
Oh yeah. Oh, no question. Unintimidated by Scott Walker, 19,000 books sold. 19,000. Which is better than Marco Rubio, but still pathetic.
Yeah.
Taking a stand
by the way,
Rand Paul.
Any of these numbers, if they happen to Glenn, he would not be off of vocal cord surgery. It would be suicide. That would be that he would be out due to suicide.
Taking a stand by Rand Paul, 7,795. Oh, that's bad.
Wow.
Oh, listen to this. Carly Fiorina, 2,620.
Fiorina, I can understand. She's not at the top of the field.
Top of the field, Jeb Bush.
Yeah, Jeb Bush. Now, he's going to be big. 500,000
Immigration Wars by Jeb Bush, 4,905. 4,905 books sold.
Really?
Is that bad? Oh, my gosh, that's bad.
That's horrific.
Jindal sold 20,000. Donald Trump sold 21. Rick Perry's Fed Up, 27,000. Oh, okay. That was Marco's first book, American Dreams. His second book, he's actually got two out.
Okay.
His second book, An American Son, sold 36,000. Still well short of the $800,000.
Yes, but not much better. Yeah, much better.
But number one, overall, the only one who's really sold any kind of decent number of books, Ben Carson.
Okay.
362,000.
Wow, that's a great number. Especially in today's climate with books, that's a great number.
Good. It's a good number, and it's more than all the others combined. So, does that mean anything? I don't think so. These people liked his book, I guess.
The Glenn Beck Program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. Senators hearing from the president's pick to chair the Joint Chiefs.
Marine Corps Commandant General Joseph Dunford views Russia as the greatest threat to U.S. national security.
If you want to talk about a nation that could pose an existential threat to the United States, I'd have to point to Russia. And if you look at their behavior, it's nothing short of alarming.
General Dunford also telling the Senate Armed Services Committee it would be reasonable to supply lethal military aid to Ukraine.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. A funeral today for the victim of a shooting on a San Francisco pier, allegedly by an illegal immigrant.
32-year-old Kate Steinle will be laid to rest today in her hometown of Pleasanton. It will be a private celebration of her life as officials try to figure out how her accused killer slipped through the cracks.
Fox's Claudia Cowan. And the New York Stock Exchange, which suspended trading for hours yesterday, says a software update caused communications problems. Fox News. We report, you decide.
What puts your identity at risk? Did you swipe your debit card at the gas station? Identity thieves can place skimming devices on the payment terminals. Do you use public Wi-Fi? Identity thieves are known to set up shop around Wi-Fi hotspots, hoping to cash in on your personal information. Do any online banking? Go to the doctor? LifeLock reminds us that banks and health insurers are susceptible to breaches of your private information. But don't stop living your life. Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock Ultimate Plus helps protect your social security number, bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. Obviously, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at every business, but you only have one identity. Protect it with the best. Enroll with LifeLock in minutes, and your protection starts immediately. Visit LifeLock.com now and use promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10% on your membership. Call 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire because that's how exotic It is.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
It's Pat and Stu, 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. I'm starting to wonder if Taylor Swift is even human.
That's an interesting question. Do we have enough time to debate that before the end of the program?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's not even human.
Why do you believe that?
Look at all the stuff she does. Mm-hmm. All the good works she does. It's not natural. Okay, stop it.
It's also not just her. I'm sure she's got a team of 20 people just monitoring social media for these opportunities.
You think so?
I
think so? She's set up like a team.
She is a brand. I mean, she's a business. She does it right. She knows what she's doing. She's very smart. So she's not. I mean, that's not to say that she I think she really does post on Instagram and post on Facebook and Twitter. But she's got
everywhere.
People, she's got people saying this is a good opportunity. Do this one.
Every time I look, it's like almost every day she's driving to somebody else's house to drop off gifts and money. Then she's off to some hospital to drop off gifts and money. Then she does this thing with the 11-year-old girl in Arizona who had leukemia, and she was diagnosed in late June with an aggressive form of leukemia. Under orders from her doctors, she was not allowed to leave the hospital, so it forced her to miss Taylor Swift's concert in Phoenix, and she was really bummed about that, and so she talked about it online. After she was diagnosed, she put online some video where she chose Taylor Swift's song "Bad Blood." I don't even know it. Do you?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's a big hit. Yeah,
as it's her fight song as she battles cancer. So Taylor Swift or whatever her people saw that, and just 2 days after, in fact, it was posted, she donated $50,000 to Oaks' online fundraising campaign.
But
$50,000, and said to the beautiful and brave Naomi, I'm sorry you have to miss it, but there will always be more concerts. Let's focus on getting you feeling better. I'm sending the biggest hugs to you and your family.
She's a little too perfect. I think was your point.
Absolutely
with the
perfect
thing.
She's absolutely perfect.
She is doing. I mean, she's doing a great job. And is it really nice? Yes, it really is.
I'm sick of it. Okay, stop it. Stop it with your good works. That's
not where I was going. I think you should continue to
stop your good works. You're making the rest of us look bad. Now stop it.
I know.
I'm getting pissed.
You're blowing the curve here.
Stop it.
But is it worth the $50,000 in just advertising? I mean, to put it in a really plain capitalist business sense, man, she looks unbelievable. She will be the face of every product from now until the end of time.
But you're looking at this in a really cynical way too, just like I am. So we're destroying another really cool thing and another really, really good. A really good feel-good story.
See, this I disagree with you.
And we're destroying it with cynicism.
I'm disagreeing. It's not cynical. It's showing that capitalism is good. Here she is. She's doing good things with her money, and it winds up paying off. It winds up furthering her career, and it winds up helping others. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing cynical about that. It's great. I'm happy when you see people like this because she's doing something
phenomenal, though. She's
awesome.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, she really is.
No matter how she's finding all this stuff and doing all this stuff, it's an amazing. It's an amazing effort,
and
she doesn't have to do any of it. There are
she does not.
99.9% of all artists don't.
Well, that's the thing. She had to make the decision to put 12 people on to monitor social media all the time.
Because it meant something to her.
It means something to her. She wants to do things that are good. Now, no person physically can catch every single person who misses a concert and has an illness. But, look, she's able to do this. She does this weekly, at least. Maybe it might be twice a week.
I think so, yeah.
And, every time she does it, she gets glowing media attention. And you know what? Deservedly so. She's doing something really good with her money. Thank God. That's great.
Yeah.
I can't necessarily take her surprise at award shows anymore. That I can't deal with. You win every award, Taylor. Stop being shocked. I can't take that. But outside of that, she's pretty much the perfect person.
Is she winning pop awards now? Because she left country.
She wins everything.
Right? So she won all the country awards.
Yep.
She came over to pop music, and now she's winning awards on those shows, too?
Oh, yeah. She's winning everything. And the funny thing is, people who used to abandon country for pop used to get wrecked for it.
Yeah.
People used to get hammered for doing things like that. She, absolutely. This is their biggest CD of all time. Of her entire career.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. The CD is huge. It's literally saving the music industry. It's the only thing doing anything.
Well, she was the first artist. I think we just had the story a while ago. She was the first artist to have 3 straight multi-platinum records.
It was something like that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was pretty. It was right. It was hard to believe.
Or maybe it was that she was the first female artist to have 1 million plus in the first week. That's what it was. I think that's what it was.
Releases.
For 3 consecutive releases, she sold over 1 million copies. And the thing is, nobody does that anymore.
No, it's not the same.
The music industry has been decimated by iTunes, and so it's almost over for these artists. They can't. Few of them are making any money anymore.
It's sort of the reverse of the NFL quarterback, which, back in the day, getting someone over 3,000 yards was a major achievement. Now, multiple people are doing 5,000 yards a year. So the new quarterback records aren't maybe as impressive because all the NFL systems have changed. The exact reverse is happening with music. Nobody's selling records like that anymore. Nobody's selling CDs like that anymore. Even with all the downloads and all the digital stuff, it just doesn't happen anymore. And she's still able to do it. Not to mention tours and endorsements and everything else. I mean, it's pretty freaking amazing.
So she should be able to command whatever she wants to get from her record company when she signs her next deal, because she's the only artist that's really keeping everybody afloat right now.
And she's done it in a way she hasn't, taken her clothes off and done it in that way.
No, she's classy. She's a class act. I mean, people,
she didn't Miley Cyrus it.
Thank you.
She didn't.
Thank you for that. I'm so glad about that. She does get wrecked for having brief relationships, I guess. They go wrong,
but they're more.
But she gets a lot of songs out of it.
She does. Well, that was a situation she had. And look, I don't know. Maybe this isn't a conversation that this audience finds mega relevant. I don't know. But I think when you talk about a person who's using capitalism to help other people, it's actually a great example of what should be happening. And to the point of not only that, but also there's that part of entertainment that obviously goes down the Miley Cyrus road. You get praised for that. I think you flame out a lot faster when you go that direction. But Taylor Swift had a situation where she released photos of herself in a bikini, which was kind of like a big deal at the time because she hadn't done that stuff. The only reason she did it is because she apparently got caught in the bikini by paparazzi and just wanted to beat him to the punch. So she knew that these pictures were coming out anyway, so she released them on her own. Every decision she makes seems to work out.
So savvy.
This is the type of thing that, I
don't know if it's her or she's got some tremendous manager.
Got to be both. I mean, she's got to have a great team around her as well. Although, I will say the last time I talked this glowingly of a celebrity was probably Tiger Woods. And that one did not work out so well.
No, it didn't go well.
No. Or you know what? Yeah. Also, Bill Cosby. He was one. I mean, that was never going to turn around. And I'm sure it won't in the future. O.J. Simpson. What an amazing man. Just an incredible.
Terrific husband and father.
Wow. Jared from Subway. Here's a guy who made a difference. And now it's just keeps chugging.
And by the way, speaking of Cosby, even Disney. And we were just, Glenn and I were just there a month and a half, 2 months ago. We were at Disney and they gave us this tour and they showed us the Hall of Fame or whatever they have. And there was the Cosby bust in there because they have people who have helped Disney get where they are today, and Cosby was one of them. And they just removed it. Yeah, it's gone too.
Well,
so
I think we need to address something here. We kind of mentioned it the other day, but we have a likeness of Bill Cosby hanging in this building right now.
It has to go.
Does it need? Should I get on the phone and go up there and take it down officially?
I think so, yes.
Should we do this on the air? Because I think it's time.
We should.
It's time to make this happen. I mean, am I wrong on this?
No, it needs to go.
The guy...
it needs to go.
I don't know. I'm conflicted on this in real life.
Maybe it needs to go on television tomorrow. Or tonight.
I think maybe we make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Maybe, do we need to take a vote? How do people feel about this? Because this is not the Confederate flag who didn't shoot anybody in this, century.
Or rape anybody,
it didn't
as far as I know.
This is a rapist, right, in theory, and seemingly in practice. And is it time to take down the Bill Cosby likeness? Glenn's not here. He can't say no. We can do whatever we want in this place. He can't even talk.
Right.
Do we go up there and take it down? Should we? Maybe we set up. Why don't you tweet me or go to my Facebook page, stewfacebook.com or at World of Stew. What do you think we should do with a Bill Cosby photo? Maybe I'll take a picture of it and post it.
Yeah.
And then you can tell us what you think we should do. Because I'm a little conflicted. I don't like being pressured into doing things like that. However, in this case, if the guy is a rapist, I don't want a picture of a rapist hanging around. I wouldn't leave a picture of Mao. I wouldn't have a Mao Christmas ornament. It's a specific example there, but I wouldn't have I wouldn't have a Mao Christmas ornament hanging in my house. I wouldn't have Soviet propaganda in my kitchen.
No,
like Jay Carney.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want that. I certainly wouldn't want. I wouldn't have a picture of O.J. Simpson hanging in my house.
No, I wouldn't think you would.
I wouldn't have. Even if he did achieve a lot of great things, but I would not do that. I mean, once you turn and he hasn't been convicted of a crime, but he essentially admitted to something pretty nefarious. Do we take down the Cosby picture?
Well, I say we leave it up to your Facebook friends, and maybe take some tweets on that. Maybe we could you could tweet it out or email us. Give us a call.
Maybe we'll tonight.
888-727-BECK.
Maybe tonight we'll handle it on the TV show.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I like that. It's stewfacebook.com if you want to. I'll post something there and you can just reply to it and I'll look up. I'd like to get your opinion on it. I don't know what you're supposed to do.
So on one end of the spectrum, we have Taylor Swift, maybe the most perfect human being on the face of the earth today. On the other side of the spectrum, we've got Ariana Grande, who we'll tell you about coming up on the Glenn Beck program.
That's not a good one. That's not a good one. Sponsor this half hour is ZipRecruiter. Now, maybe Taylor Swift built her business using ZipRecruiter. Would not be surprised, because ZipRecruiter is the place that your company can go to find the best people in the easiest way possible. Your company is only as good as the people you hire. Posting jobs in one place is not going to be enough to find quality candidates. Short staffing leaves little time to post dozens and dozens and dozens of websites. There's so many out there now. Where do you go to get the best candidates? I don't know. Maybe ZipRecruiter is the place for you. You can post up to 100 plus job sites with a single click and be instantly matched to that perfect candidate from over 4 million resumes. Post once and within 24 hours, watch candidates roll in to ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. Plus, you can instantly be matched to candidates that fit your job from over 4 million resumes, which is, 4 million is plenty, right? I mean, if we had 4 million resumes, we would never hired Jeffy. ZipRecruiter has been used by over 300,000 businesses. Today, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/Beck. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Beck for free. One more time, ZipRecruiter.com/Beck.
This is the Glenn Beck Program. The Blaze Radio Network.
President Obama is negotiating a bad deal with Iran, giving them a pathway to a nuclear bomb. Senator Marco Rubio is fighting to stop it. Listen to Marco Rubio.
I think that the Iranians believe that Barack Obama and John Kerry are desperate for a deal, and I think they sense it. And the Iranians are taking advantage of it. Our allies no longer trust us, and our enemies no longer fear us.
Take action now. Call 202-224-3121. Tell your senators to join Marco Rubio. Vote against Obama's deal and stop Iran from getting the bomb.
The prospect of a nuclear-capable Iran is so unacceptable that we must be prepared to act.
Stop Iran from getting the bomb before it's too late. Paid for by Conservative Solutions Project.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779.
Hi, Danny Warfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
WWOCA,
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
We are the source, WOCA.
On air, online, in your pocket. Find out all the ways to listen at theblaze.com/radio.
888-727-BECK. It's Pat and Stu for Glenn on the Glenn Beck program.
Do we take the Cosby photo down? It's not a photo. It's like a art piece of tape, different colored tapes. It's really cool, actually.
It's a really good job. He did a lot of different people. The guy who did it for us did Bill Cosby and Walt Disney and many others,
big name entertainers. And Cosby's right there on this this bridge where you cross in between the two sides of the building. You walk right at Bill Cosby. I would think women. And there's a war on women going on here because those people walk across and they're like,
rapist.
Mm-hmm. But to show you, Bill Cosby, taking this picture down would be a big deal because first of all, we're not. Telling Glenn we're doing it. But secondly, Cosby's really important to Glenn and the history of his career. Mm-hmm. When he started out, Glenn had some jobs that weren't incredibly successful early on. And he wasn't necessarily rocketing to the top. He had some success early on, but he wound up not working out a lot of times. And he saw an interview in TV Guide with Bill Cosby. And Cosby basically said, because Cosby had gone through the same thing. He had failed over and over and over again, major failures out of Bill Cosby early in his career. And then with the Cosby Show, is when the Cosby Show was starting, he said, this time I'm going to do it my own way. I'm not going to listen to everybody's input, and I'm going to do something I can be proud of. I'm going to do something that I want to do. I'm going to design it, and if it succeeds or it fails, it will be based on the merits of what I want to do. I won't have any excuses anymore. Because it's easy to get in one of those situations, and at the end you're like, oh, crap, well, if they only would have let me do this like I wanted to, then it would have worked. And he didn't want to have that excuse anymore. And that inspired Glenn to build his career the way it did, tell the truth the way he has, try to be honest to who he really felt he was and what he wanted the show to be. There's a slight addendum to the story, which is he had told me that story multiple times as we were coming up through talk radio and building this show. And so I thought as a great present for him at one point, I would get that issue of TV Guide. So I went on eBay and over several months purchased every single TV Guide that had Bill Cosby on it. Because, of course, when I went back to track it, he wasn't in the episode when the Cosby Show was launching that interview. So I bought all of them and looked through all of those TV Guides, and he never said anything like it in any of them. So a minor issue.
Very Glenn Beck.
A very Glenn Beck fact.
So maybe it was a different magazine.
That's where we've kind of come down.
Different person, or
right.
Maybe it never happened. It just happened in his mind.
It's some combination of those three things. Either it may have been someone else in another publication that didn't happen, but something around there, it really inspired. So taking this picture down is actually a big deal. Should I go up there and take a picture of it so people can see it?
Yeah, and then post it.
And then post it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, maybe they can vote whether we should remove it or not.
Yeah, we'll do this here coming up.
All right. 888-727-BECK. 888-727-BECK. It's Pat and Stu for Glenn on the Glenn Beck program.
You're listening to the Glenn Beck program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
Summer is great, but the sun's glare can make it impossible to watch TV or enjoy your patio. Well, there is a solution. It's solar shades and exterior shades from Blinds.com. Solar shades let you reclaim any room that's too bright to enjoy. And exterior shades makes your patio a livable space. It's easy. Buy stylish, designer-looking window treatments at Blinds.com. Their expert design professionals are available by phone, live chat, or email. And they have free how-to videos that make measuring and installation simple. Blinds.com takes care of customers in so many ways, like the Sure Fit Guarantee. If you mismeasure your window, Blinds.com will remake your product for free. At Blinds.com, their prices are far lower than what you get in stores, and they have incredible sales. Go to Blinds.com and order your sun shielding shades. Get free samples, free shipping, free expert advice, and prices far lower than in stores. You'll see easy in a whole new light with Blinds.com.
Achy muscles and joints slowing you down? Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray provides fast, odor-free pain relief for all those hard-to-reach places, perfect for on-the-go pain relief. And now introducing the new Blue Emu Anti-Itch Cream, made with the strongest form of hydrocortisone available without a prescription, and the proprietary Quart Emu Complex, made with soothing aloe, vitamin E, and emu oil. The name you've trusted for over 10 years is now the answer for every itch. Blue Emu, it works fast and you won't stink.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLS number.
Community members of all ages are invited to visit the Appleton Museum of Art for Free Museum Day this Saturday, July 11th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Enjoy the exhibitions, make art in the art space, and see short artist films in the auditorium all day long free of charge. No registration is necessary to attend. The Appleton is located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Call 352 800-291-4455 for questions.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. On day 13 of nuclear talks with Iran, Secretary of State John Kerry admitting tough issues remain in the way of a deal.
We are not going to sit at the negotiating table forever. We also recognize that we shouldn't get up and leave simply because the clock strikes midnight.
This as Republican critics keep up the pressure.
When will the president and his negotiators stand strong? We cannot accept a deal that hands Iran billions of sanctions relief while allowing it to retain the capability to build a bomb almost immediately.
House Speaker John Boehner. And a historically black college in Southwest Ohio says it's thinking about changing the name of a building named for comedian Bill Cosby. This after newly unsealed documents revealed he testified in 2005 he obtained Quaaludes with the intent of giving them to women he wanted to have sex with. Fox News, we report, you decide.
What puts your identity at risk? Did you swipe your debit card at the gas station? Identity thieves can place skimming devices on the payment terminals. Do you use public Wi-Fi? Identity thieves are known to set up shop around Wi-Fi hotspots, hoping to cash in on your personal information. Do any online banking? Go to the doctor? LifeLock reminds us that banks and health insurers are susceptible to breaches of your private information. But don't stop living your life. Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock Ultimate Plus helps protect your social security number, bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. Obviously, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at every business, but you only have one identity. Protect it with the best. Enroll with LifeLock in minutes, and your protection starts immediately. Visit LifeLock.com now and use promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10% on your membership. Call 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out.
New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire. Because that's how exotic it is.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent need for volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's hand. All you need is a willingness to help others. Our volunteers believe the blessings they receive far exceed the services they offer. Will you consider serving, caring, and making a difference? Call today, 873-7441. Hospice of Marion County, making more moments of life possible.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Well, Barack Obama is planning his next vacation to Martha's Vineyard. We'll tell you how much that's costing us in just a few minutes. Who was it that said, I hate Americans, I hate America? Yeah, it wasn't Jeremiah Wright, although not just him. He probably said it too. We'll tell you which celebrity clearly doesn't enjoy Americans or America coming up. And Reverend Stacy Swimp joins us to discuss how pastors are reacting to the Supreme Court ruling on same-sex marriage now.
All we want is
What you're about to hear is the fusion of entertainment and enlightenment. This is the Glenn Beck Program.
It's Pat and Stu for Glenn on the Glenn Beck Program. Of course, we're all trying to figure out what the ramifications of the Supreme Court ruling are from last week, where same-sex marriage is now the law of the land in all 50 states, and how much are we going to be forced into doing things that we, because of our faith, reject to doing? There is a pastor, the Reverend Stacy Swimp, with the National Coalition of Black Pastors, has said that they will not be performing same-sex marriages under any circumstances. Reverend Swimp joins us now. Reverend Swimp, welcome to the Glenn Beck Program. Hi.
Thank you so very much for giving me an opportunity to share some thoughts with you and your audience.
You bet. Thanks for coming on. When the Supreme Court decision came down about same-sex marriage, you declared that the Supreme Court had gone rogue and they created a new law, which they did, and it's certainly one that doesn't exist in the U.S. Constitution. So you have declared that you'll not be following that. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct. You know, one of the things that as Christians, Dr. King once said that as it related to Jim Crow laws in the South, that any law that disobeys God's law, we should consider it an unjust law. And by virtue of our Christian conscience alone, we understand that the Constitution doesn't give us our freedom. God gave us our freedom, and the Constitution ideally was put in place to protect those God-given rights. But when the SCOTUS redefines family and begins to venture away from the tenets of the Constitution, then we still have our Christian principles in place that we must live by. And hence I call for civil disobedience. And for those who may not know what that is, civil disobedience simply means that we are going to actively, at least let me speak for me. I cannot speak for every pastor. I can't even speak for all of the pastors and Christian leaders in our coalition. But I can tell you Stacy Swimp, for sure, believes in civil disobedience, which means that I will not obey any law, demand, or command of government that disobeys God's law. I will nonviolently resist such a law with all that's within me.
People will say that Martin Luther King said those things, of course, but gay marriage wasn't something that was on the table. This is something that's about love. How would Martin Luther King feel about what the Supreme Court did today?
Well, keep in mind that what we were fighting for as black Americans and even as white Americans who stood on the side of black Americans for social equality, we were fighting for something that the so-called gay community never had to concern itself about. Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of an all-gay water fountain? Have you ever heard of homosexuals and lesbians being spit on acceptably in public? Have you ever heard of an only gay dormitory or homosexuals being forced to sit at the back of the bus? Being black is an immutable trait. You see, when I walk into a room, you know that I'm black, but you don't know anything about my sexual orientation. I have met a number of people who are formerly homosexual and formerly lesbian, but I have never, my friends, met anyone who's formerly black.
Well, you never met Michael Jackson.
I was thinking about going there.
well, you know, okay. yeah. Well, my point is that we were fighting for social equality. And keep in mind that Dr. King stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in 1963, and he said, all we're saying to America is to be true to what you said on paper. He was not asking the United States or the federal government to disavow their responsibility to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America. What he was asking was for the federal government to, in fact, enforce the Constitution against these illegal ordinances in the South, which were called Jim Crow laws. Now, what we're watching, and I apologize for being on this rant, but what we're seeing take place across this country, not only are we facing this illegal rogue decision by the SCOTUS, but folks, don't fall asleep on us, because what we're also facing across our country are sexual orientation, gender identity, and gender expression ordinances and laws being passed from state to state to state. This is why you see Christian bakers and others being persecuted, Christian business owners, educators being persecuted for expressing their religious faith. They're being persecuted by virtue of ordinances that are also being pushed on the state and local level. So they're hitting us from all sides, and people are falling asleep on us. And if we don't do something about it, we're going to behold that in just 1 year time, we're not going to have any religious freedom in America, and the LGBT Gestapo is going to be backed by the federal government. So if we don't take this seriously, as Ronald Reagan said, we're going to have to explain to our children's children why they are not free.
We are talking to Reverend Stacy Swimp of the National Coalition of Black Pastors. How have the other pastors in your group responded to what you're saying, Reverend?
Oh, we're all lockstep in the fact that we all agree that the Supreme Court had no right. Listen, but the Supreme Court law, and I know I'm preaching to the choir with you, but just for anyone that might be listening, you know, the Supreme Court is just one part of the governmental three branches, and they're not all powerful. They're supposed to be a part of a check and balance system. Their responsibility is not to create new law. Speaking of Michigan alone, where I live at, we had 2.7 million voters in 2004 that went to the voting booth, and voted for marriage protection when it went to the ballot. The Supreme Court essentially decided that the voting rights of 2.7 million people in the state of Michigan is irrelevant. They decided that the millions of voters, and by the way, California, we all know, is the most secular progressive state in America, but even in California, when this issue went to the ballot, the people of California said, no, we do not want gay marriage. So essentially the Supreme Court is acting arbitrarily to decide that it can create new law. And so we, as a coalition, from an activist standpoint, I believe that we will continue to promote biblical literacy. We will continue to promote traditional family. I think that we have to do this from the bottom up, not from the top down. We don't need a political solution because politics and government got us in this mess. We need the people to step up. As for we are represented by the Thomas More Law Center. Their job is the legal end of things. I don't get into that. That's their responsibility, and we are blessed. We are fortunate that they agreed to represent us, and they filed a MICA brief on our behalf to the Supreme Court. Also, we filed briefs in support of Virginia, Utah, Louisiana, and Michigan on behalf of marriage protection. So the Thomas More Law Center is going to be diligent in continuing to do what they've done long before they met me, and they're going to continue to stand for marriage protection, and we're blessed that they're helping us to have a voice in the courts. We will continue to go into the churches, into the communities, everywhere, into the marketplace, everywhere we can to try to spark a radical revolution of values and help the American people to understand that if we don't get this done, it will not get done.
Stacey, I mean, really, when you think about it, it's not about what you think about gay marriage. It's about whether you have the right to believe about what you do about gay marriage. It's bigger than just the question of this one policy. It's you as a pastor. And everybody as a citizen, do you have the right to have a religious viewpoint that might not be popular? Are you able to do that anymore in this country?
Well, also, let me clarify. As you know, I'm a minister, not a pastor over the church. I belong to Greater Bible Way Temple. Bishop R.C. Combs is our pastor, and I operate in a sort of a national evangelical role. I want you to know that in your audience. Okay?
Sure. Yep.
But let me say this. If it were just a matter, to answer your question specifically, if it were just a matter of, do you have a right to be homosexual? Yes. Do you have a right to, in the privacy of your own home, to be with whoever you want to be with? Yes. But that's not what they're doing. This is not even just about so-called gay marriage. This is about a moral or immoral revolution. And look at what they're doing. They're trying to superimpose it in our schools. Did you hear about the case in California where, and this is not uncommon, where homosexuals who've been allowed to adopt children are 11 and 12-year-old children who they've adopted, they're giving them or taking them to get hormone shots because they're saying that this pre-adolescent wants to be of a different gender, and so they're trying to stop the natural genetical process of this minor that they have custody of. This is what's happening. So this is getting to a point now where they're literally trying to collapse our Western civilization this is a moral, supernatural, spiritual thing that's manifesting itself in the political realm, in the social realm, in the cultural realm. And if people like you and I and those of us who can see it don't do anything about it, I'm telling you, we're going to look up and we're going to have boys going to the girls' bathroom. We've seen that in California and other places. We're going to have men walking around in bottomless pants, and you're not going to be able, as a church, to even go out in the community and hand out pamphlets that includes homosexuality as a sin, because they're going to call that hate speech.
Yeah,
okay. So anytime that you have so-called gay rights being backed up by expansion of government, what happens is you have a decrease of religious rights or religious freedom and religious conscience rights of Christian Americans. And so beware, and resist.
I'm fascinated by the stand of the NAACP on this, because I don't think I've ever seen a poll where the majority of the black community supports same-sex marriage. It
doesn't exist, and I don't know whether you know it or not, but probably not even a year ago, I publicly called in a press conference at the airport in Detroit, Michigan. I called for a boycott of the NAACP by every God-loving Christian Bible-believing. The NAACP is how I want to say this. They are an insult. They are an insult to their founders. They're an insult to anyone who believes in true equality. Where in the world, can you tell me, does anyone know, did W.E.B. Du Bois ever stand up for gay rights? Martin Luther King, his own daughter said that my daddy didn't die for a bullet. The NAACP was a team of attorneys that were fighting for social equality for people of immutable traits. The NAACP today is for bid to the highest bidder. It doesn't matter whether it's homosexuality. It doesn't matter whether it's big laborers, the teachers unions, the communists, the socialists, anyone that will write them a check, that then becomes their agenda. And so at the end of the day, black Americans, we need to make sure that we are studying our history, that we understand that history informs us. It tells us who we were, what we are, what we were, and where we were, and it helps us understand who we are and what we are and where we are. And moreover, it helps us understand where we need to go and what we still need to do and who we still need to become. The NAACP today is a caricature of what it used to be, and black Americans, we need to wake up and stop. For those of us that are doing it, we need to stop tattooing ourselves being loyal to color or history, even if it means that we abandon our best and most traditional values. And so at the end of the day, I think that black Americans who are Christians, who are against gay marriage, should begin to walk away from the NAACP and boycott it as well.
How do people stand up with you and support your cause, Reverend?
Thank you so very much. Well, first of all, support the Thomas More Law Center. And that's important because they are a team of attorneys. We need to make sure that we're continuing to be represented. Those of us that think like you and I, that stand for what we stand for, we need to make sure that we're continuing to fight this thing in the court systems. And so I would ask that you support the Thomas More Law Center. And also how you support us is wherever you are, in the way that you can, wherever you can, stand with us. Call for civil disobedience. Every Christian civil clerk, every Christian conscience judge ought to refuse to marry two men and two women. So wherever you are listening, to my voice, I'm saying to you, right where you are, challenge the churches to begin to stand up. Challenge the pastors who've been passive, who've stood on the sideline and watched this thing. Challenge them. And if the pastors in your local communities refuse to stand up for thus says the Lord, and refuse to stand up and defend the gospel, refuse to stand up for religious freedom, then you know you're dealing with a wolf in sheep's clothing, and you need to walk out of those churches and send a message that you're no longer going to accept it. So there are things that you can do right where you are. And if we all would do those things right where we are, we can begin to change this country.
Reverend, appreciate your courage and your conviction. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so very much.
Appreciate it. Reverend Stacy Swimp with the National Coalition of Black Pastors. 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. It's the Glenn Beck program with Pat and Stu.
Christians beheaded. Children forced to marry at age 7. People thrown from their rooftops because of who they are. Never again is now. All lives matter. To find out how you can help, visit mercury1.org.
Glenn Beck!
The Glenn Beck program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
Don't spend another night on a mattress that's probably ruining your sleep. There's a brilliant new startup called Casper.com. These guys invented one perfect mattress, and they prove it to you by letting you sleep on it for 100 nights risk-free with free shipping. Read the reviews yourself. People love it. And if you don't, Casper picks it up in your home hassle-free and refunds every dime. Go to Casper.com and use the promo code BECK for $50 towards the purchase of your new mattress. That's Casper.com, codename BECK.
Hall of Fame driver Richard Petty for Blue Emu.
Maintenance is important. To help me keep feeling my best, I use odor-free Blue Emu made with real emu oil. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray has an active ingredient to relieve the aches and pains of my muscles and joints, and it's perfect for hard-to-reach places. Hey, even us precision machines need a little help sometimes. Use what I use, Blue Emu. It works fast, and you won't stink.
Blue Emu, available at Walmart, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and other fine stores.
Every month, thousands of Christians across America are switching their healthcare to a proven, faith-based solution called MediShare. Unlike insurance, MediShare members share each other's healthcare expenses, more than $1 billion worth since 1993. They live healthier lifestyles, which means lower costs and affordable family options. And they're exempt from any tax penalties under the law. But most of all, members love the assurance of knowing their healthcare dollars never pay for things that go against their conscience. There's no doubt, MediShare is a triumph of religious freedom.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your health care. For your free information guide, call 855-41-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. Medishare, affordable biblical health care. Call 855-41-BIBLE. That's 855-41-BIBLE.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your mobile Verizon rep. But not just here, I'll deliver the phone to you in your home. While I'm there, I'll only sell you what you need and I'll personalize it to you. Want to have me get you connected? Then call me at 352-528-0020. I even offer unlimited home phone service for just $20 per month. Just call me, your mobile Verizon rep, at 352-528-0020.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Need a mailbox rental but need more information? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. How does $10 a month sound with just a 3-month commitment? Remember, Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Mention WOCA and the setup fee is waived. Personal Service Center will email or text notifications to you when your packages arrive. Even scan mail so you never actually have to pick it up. Now that's service. Personal Service Center, 789-6683. Located on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street, Ocala. Look for the yellow signs.
What are the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking? Will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Pat and Stu for Glenn.
He's fired up.
Reverend Stacy Swimp, I like him. He's fired up. He's ready to
fired
go.
Up. And I mean, you know, I was much more concerned about the Obamacare ruling, to be perfectly honest. But looking at after he brought up the issue that bottomless pants are coming, I am now as concerned. I mean, look, he's a passionate guy.
Over the religious liberty thing, you're worried about the bottomless pants?
Look, pants are designed specifically to cover the bottom. That's at least 50% of their job. If we start having bottomless pants everywhere, I'm very concerned. I mean, I
really don't want to see people's butts hanging out the back. I'm with you on that.
I don't want that. Let me give you a scenario.
I don't want it.
Hot summer day.
Yeah.
You are giving somebody a ride. They get in your car. They're wearing bottomless pants. I am not comfortable with that scenario at all.
I'm probably putting plastic down first.
Right, and I don't want to put plastic.
I don't want to.
You get these nice seats in your cars. You don't want plastic on them.
No.
You know, I mean, I think we do need to go down the route of, I am for right now a constitutional ban on bottomless pants, at least in public. Now, you want to create them for your own personal use. I don't think there's a constitutional way to prevent that.
I think you'd already find it at Spencer's, probably.
You probably can. And I mean, truly, are bottomless pants? I mean, I'm going to say no, they're not. They're just, they're more of a glorified belt. And I've been making these. I don't have the Thomas More Law Center behind me yet, but I'm going to sue somebody over that.
Okay,
I will.
All right, I'm glad you're fired up now too.
I was interested.
That's good.
And I didn't want to push too hard on this because not the bottomless pants, but I didn't want to push with the pastor too hard. And he's not a pastor. Excuse me. He's a reverend.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to push too hard on the political side of it. But I'm fascinated in that. And you kind of asked the question, as an African American in the United States, you are counted on to fall in line with whatever Barack Obama says, whatever Democrats say. Yes. And while that's completely insulting to African Americans because they're individuals, 96% of African Americans voted for Barack Obama.
They did fall in line.
So there's kind of a good reason for them to believe you're going to fall in line. What's it like as somebody who doesn't? Occasionally we'll talk to African American conservatives who will call up and say, you know, their life is difficult because of the stance they make on personal liberty or individual freedom or whatever it is.
They're not really considered black, which is lunacy. It's just, it's insulting, it's wrong, and it borders on racist. I mean, you've got blacks who are doing that to blacks, so I don't know how you call it racist, but it almost is. It's absurd, but that's what you get. And they can say, because Clarence Thomas is a conservative, they can say any vile thing about him they want. Mm-hmm. They can call him any name in the book. Yeah. You know, the House N-word and all that kind of stuff. And they do.
And they do.
And they do. And they print it in...
George Takei just did it.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's very, very rare they have to pay any price for that. So there you go. I mean, and this is a huge issue. We also have many more we're going to be talking about tonight on theblaze.com/TV. We're doing a rebroadcast of The Project. Remember this from a few months ago, highlighting the secret document that outlines the plan for Islamic extremists to infiltrate our government and take down the U.S. from inside. Project is one of the biggest documentaries we've ever done on The Blaze.
It's worth the price of admission. I mean, you can get that alone, right, for about $1.
I think it's $1, yeah.
$1.
Yeah,
so
and you can watch a couple weeks of programming as well, including our Ask Glenn Anything is usually the way it is. Today, it's going to be Ask everybody on the staff everything. Anything you want to know from behind the scenes, anything that's going on.
We'll all be there.
Yeah, blaze.com/TV.
The Glenn Beck Program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. On day 13 of nuclear talks with Iran, Secretary of State John Kerry admitting tough issues remain in the way of a deal.
We are not going to sit at the negotiating table forever. We also recognize that we shouldn't get up and leave simply because the clock strikes midnight.
This as Republican critics keep up the pressure.
When will the president and his negotiators stand strong? We cannot accept a deal that hands Iran billions of sanctions relief while allowing it to retain the capability to build a bomb almost immediately.
House Speaker John Boehner. And a historically black college in Southwest Ohio says it's thinking about changing the name of a building named for comedian Bill Cosby. This after newly unsealed documents revealed he testified in 2005 he obtained Quaaludes with the intent of giving them to women he wanted to have sex with. Fox News, we report, you decide.
What puts your identity at risk? Did you swipe your debit card at the gas station? Identity thieves can place skimming devices on the payment terminals. Do you use public Wi-Fi? Identity thieves are known to set up shop around Wi-Fi hotspots, hoping to cash in on your personal information. Do any online banking? Go to the doctor? LifeLock reminds us that banks and health insurers are susceptible to breaches of your private information. But don't stop living your life. Get LifeLock Ultimate Plus Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock Ultimate Plus helps protect your social security number, bank and retirement accounts, credit cards, even the equity in your home. Obviously, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor transactions at every business, but you only have one identity. Protect it with the best. Enroll with LifeLock in minutes, and your protection starts immediately. Visit LifeLock.com now and use promo code AWARE or call and mention AWARE to save 10% on your membership. Call 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096. 800-520-9096.
Hello, gorgeous. Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. It's the perfect time to brighten up your look. So make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon. at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Robin and I will be speaking to Dr. David Greenwald. He's an expert on lower back pain. He's coming on to speak to us about the trends and symptoms of back pain sufferers.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Professor Gadget, Jim George, will be in the studio from American Cable Services.
Dr. Graham McKenzie is an optometrist. He'll be speaking about Ad-Lens Focus, an innovative achievement in engineering style and user-focused design.
And then celebrity chef Pat Neely will be on. He's the star of the Food Network, and he's talking to us about top tips for throwing the ultimate family reunion.
Join Kelly Fuquay-Hart and her guests on Ocala Magazine Radio.
And then David Sherna is coming out with Kathy Martinez, the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. It's what they want to talk about.
Dr. Bardia Anvar will be speaking about how to avoid pressure wounds and practical tips for treating the pressure wounds.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9 a.m., Bern Paraiso will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hill Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We'll discuss screening, techniques, and more. So tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs. And all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Listening to the Glenn Beck Program.
Indeed. With Pat and Stu, 888-727 back now. The big controversy this week over Bill Cosby has led us to think, well, oh no, we have our own Bill Cosby painting or artwork up at our studios. And we thought we can't have a racist being, or a rapist, being portrayed on the walls of our hallowed halls here at the studios. And so Stu is there, and Stu, are you taking photos? You're taking some shots with your phone
I'm
of
on
what
my
this
way up there now.
Okay.
Obviously we can have racists posted around here. We've got pictures of Glenn all over the place, so
right, but not rapists. We do draw the line at rapists.
No.
So
I'm walking up the stairs now to go see the Bill Cosby photo, and I don't know. Artwork, I guess is the better way to put it. It's actually these little pieces of colored tape that make up all these faces of big entertainers, and they're in.
There it is.
Hallway here.
There it is. We're seeing it on. If you're watching on TV, there it is. On radio, obviously, it's just a Cosby smiling face from many years ago. This portrays the younger Bill Cosby. And are you in front of it now, so you can snap the photo?
I'm standing in front of it now. It's a yellow background with Bill Cosby in a blue, pink, and black. His hair is all black, and his nose and face are kind of pink and blue. But as you look at it, you can definitely tell it is Bill Cosby. And here's a guy who admitted to getting drugs with the intent of giving them to young women to have sex with him. Should this be hanging up in the hallowed hallways of Mercury Studios?
I'm saying no. I mean, Disney took the step of taking his bust out of their Hall of Fame, so I think the least we can do is take that off the wall.
Well, I don't want to fold to pressure, but it seems like if the guy's raping people, maybe that's legitimate pressure.
Maybe, yes. And the fact is, we've gotten no pressure because nobody knew about it until we brought it up. Right. But I think that's what makes this so important. We're soul searching on our own here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, and plus it also makes Glenn's life a little bit more difficult as he's recovering from vocal cord issues. We can surround him and swarm him in controversy even though he's not here, which I think is kind of a fun thing to do. So
always a plus.
Here's what I would propose, Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight on the Blaze TV, we have Ask the Staff Anything. And my belief is that maybe I take this thing down right now, bring it down to the studio, we hold it there, we ask the question on the TV show tonight, and look at all the Facebook posts, see what people think. And then if they want it gone, maybe we just, I don't know, throw it away, light it on fire, shoot it into space, something like that.
I like it. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that on the TV show tonight. Okay, appreciate that. 888-727-BECK, 888-727-BECK. I don't know. It's all of these controversies that have boiled over this week. It's been a weird week for this stuff. Now we have, we were talking about Taylor Swift, so the really positive side of the music industry a little while ago, where she helps so many people. I mean, people who are depressed, people who don't get out a lot, people who are being bullied on the internet, people who are sick. Like she just found this girl with cancer with really aggressive leukemia, and she jumped in and donated $50,000 to her, and told her that I know you had to miss my concert, but there'll be others, and I'm sure she'll find tickets for her when she comes around next time. She's doing all these great things. And then on the other side of that spectrum, we have this from Ariana Grande, who I don't even know who she is, but apparently she's some rising star. She's 22 years old. She was at a donut shop with three of her dancers that perform with her on stage. And there's donuts out on the counter, as you would see at a donut shop. She, when the attendant behind the counter is not looking, was licking and spitting on these donuts, so I guess to ruin them. And then when the guy behind the counter came back with another tray of donuts, she said this. So if you couldn't hear that, it was kind of hard to hear, but she said, "What the F is that?" Well, it's a tray of donuts, Pumpkin. Is that really hard to tell what it is? What the F is that? I hate Americans. I hate America. Why? Isn't that worse than anything Donald Trump said? Why is that okay? And she'll probably get very little fallout from this. Certainly not the kind that Donald Trump got for saying that some illegals rape people. But she hates Americans and hates America. Isn't that worse?
Yeah, you'd think so. I will not vote for Ariana Grande for president now. I want to make that perfectly clear. She's lost my support.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am perfectly sure about that one. But yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is, and she's, now of course, because she's getting, I'm sure, flack from all kinds of sponsors, and people are probably pulling out of her tour, and she's probably hearing about this on Facebook and Instagram and whatever else she frequents. Now she has said she's extremely proud to be an American.
Wait, I thought you hated America.
Yeah, you just said you hate Americans and you hate America.
And what was it over? Donuts?
Donuts. Yeah. What I said at a private moment with my friend who was buying the donuts was taken out of context. There was no other context.
What was the context?
There was none.
Yeah.
She was standing there making out with him. Then the guy brings the tray of donuts, and she says, "What the F is that? I hate Americans. I hate America." There's no context.
If you're going to make
the full context.
The context argument is legitimate in some circumstances.
Not here.
But when you make it, you're supposed to explain it. You're supposed to say what the context was so that others can understand. She did not seem to attempt that.
She was taken out of context, and I am sorry for not using more discretion with my choice of words. No, you're fine. If that's the way you feel, we want to know how you feel, so we can either participate in your career or not. I like it, frankly. As an advocate for healthy eat... Oh, okay, here we go. She's an advocate for healthy eating. What were you doing in the donut shop then, idiot? Food is very important to me, and I sometimes get upset by how freely we as Americans eat and consume things without giving any thought to the consequences that it has on our health and society.
So that's her justification. That she was angry at Americans for liking
Eating
donuts while standing in a donut shop.
Yeah, she continues. The fact that the United States, who helped her develop this
PR people.
This line of bull crap.
Of course.
The fact that the United States has the highest child obesity rate in the world frustrates me. We need to do more to educate ourselves and our children about the dangers of overeating and the poison we put in our bodies. You're in a donut shop! You are in a donut shop! You weren't arrested and brought to a donut shop. You willingly went in there! I can't take it. What a line of crap that is.
It's so ridiculous.
Probably 98% of our audience has no idea who Ariana Grande is. Can you name an Ariana Grande song?
I know an Ariana Grande
Oh, you do?
Yes.
And it goes, go ahead and sing a few bars. Just a few bars. Go ahead.
Even if I knew it, I would not sing a few bars. But
do you know any of the words to it? Is she a dancey kind of?
Yes, dance pop, electronic dance music type.
Same stuff as we've been having to endure since Paula Abdul. I'm so done with it.
It sounds a little different than Paula.
Come on. I bet it sounds just like Paula Abdul. I wish you could play
it sounds like Rihanna or any of those type
same
of artists.
Paula Abdul.
No, it's
Same
not
thing.
the same as Paula Abdul at all. That's not true.
All right, let's go to Donna in Virginia. Donna, hi, you're on the Glenn Beck program with Pat and Stu.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Okay, before I say what I'm going to say, first I want y'all to know I love your show. I bought
Thank
5
you.
Believe Again CDs and gave it to all my liberal friends for Christmas. I
Nice.
give y'all every chance I get.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, there was a caller last week that was a big supporter of Donald Trump.
Yes.
And granted, y'all are probably going to rip me a new one because you're smart enough to do that. Kind of got on him for it, and I just was hoping that maybe I could explain a little bit why conservatives are interested in what.
No, I'd love to hear. Go ahead.
I'm fascinated by this topic, so please definitely do.
Like I said, y'all will probably just rip me, but I like his platform. I like his tax cut. I like his national debt entitlement cut. I like his energy independence that he's discussing. He wants to repeal Obamacare. Those things are very important to me as a conservative.
Everybody wants to repeal. I believe every major candidate virtually, and probably except for Lindsey Graham and Jeb Bush, want to repeal Obamacare, though.
I think even those two would say they want to.
He has the guts to actually stand up. We've got so many spineless Republicans right now in our government that are becoming moderate because they're too scared to do the right thing. And I don't know, I kind of, in this respect, I kind of feel like he's like Ronald Reagan, and that when Reagan had met with Gorbachev and he walked away from the table, I think Trump could do that too. I think he would do it. I love Ben Carson because he's not a politician, but I don't know if he's got the guts to walk away from stuff like that.
And what is what are your feelings on, let's say, Ted Cruz?
I really respect Ted Cruz. I like him a whole lot, especially because he backed Trump a little bit. You know, he didn't bash him like the rest of the GOP field is doing because
that's the reason.
Of the liberals.
Okay, I'm not because you warned us and you did a good job pre-selling that we shouldn't attack you. It's worked, so I'm going to be nice. But
be nice, please. But
I will.
Y'all are so smart. I mean,
we're always nice. We are always nice.
Even to Jeffy, we've never done anything wrong in that respect. So let's just, because I'm fascinated by this, and so the reason that you like Cruz, one of the reasons is because he's backed Trump, and I feel like there's this cult of personality around Trump that people believe this guy has principles, he stands up for them, and he won't back down no matter what. And I think those are admirable qualities. I just don't think Trump possesses them.
Well, yeah, because he's changed all of his principles.
This man was a Democrat
all of them.
in 2009. Yeah. 2009. This guy, for a lot of the people who came to the table for Mitt Romney were upset that he was a flip-flopper. He was doing whatever he had to do. I mean, Trump has dozens of examples of this, including being pro-choice. He was pro-choice most of his life.
He was pro-choice. In 2000, he said we must have universal health care.
Yeah, he said we must have universal health care. Let's go through some of these, because just to give you a background, because I don't know, maybe this hasn't come out. Certainly the policies you outlined are policies most conservatives would agree with. Mm-hmm. They're also policies that most conservatives, in fact, probably all, have in their platforms as candidates. As out of the 17, I don't know that there's any of the things you said that other conservatives that are in the race actually don't have. I mean, I think that's those are pretty universal principles throughout these candidates, at least as to what they say they're going to do. But let's get through some of these here. First of all, immigration is the thing that's been controversial with him. He supports a pathway to citizenship. He supports what most people that are conservatives call amnesty. Now, he will let some people in, maybe some others that have committed crimes, he'd send them back. There would be some standards on that, but that is what he's articulated over the past 4 or 5 years multiple times. Now, that to me is not a conservative position. I won't even go back to the stuff where he's talking about the wealth tax. Yeah. That was in 2000 or 1999 as well, where he wanted to take money out of the bank accounts of people. Go on beyond that if you want. You can go to, let's say, we were upset at George Stephanopoulos. A lot of people thought he should be fired because he donated to the Clinton Foundation. Well, Donald Trump has donated far more to the Clinton Foundation than George Stephanopoulos did. In fact, he's donated money to not only Hillary Clinton and her foundation, his prospective opponent in this race, but also to Rahm Emanuel, Nancy Pelosi, and Harry Reid.
Oh, my gosh.
You want your president to donate money to Harry Reid? And his answer to that is, well, I was a businessman and I was just buying favors, essentially.
And I'm popular and I can't help it because I'm popular. Wasn't it? He goes, talking about that? People love me.
People love me. Everyone loves me. People love me.
Everyone loves me.
And he actually went on to say, basically, I donated money to all these candidates. And by the way, that's the problem with America, that I was able to buy those favors. Well, you did it.
Yeah, right.
So there's a lot more. I did a monologue on up at stufacebook.com. We'll post it today, and we'll come back in a second.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Blaze Radio Network.
These are scary times for our power grid, and in times of crisis, the value of a solar generator is priceless. We have one in our home from Solutions from Science. Bill Hyde, he's been one of the leaders in solar generators for years, and the generator that he has built is really easy to use. All you do is you point it to the sun, you plug the solar panel cords in, and power it up. It provides backup power through storms and blackouts, and unlike gas generators, it runs quietly. It doesn't emit any fumes, and it produces an endless supply of free electricity powered by the sun. Now you can run a sump pump, shortwave radio, computer, even keep your food from spoiling. These generators provide life-saving power backup when you need it most. I want you to check it out for yourself. Go to myendlesspower.com for a special Blaze offer. That's myendlesspower.com. Use the coupon code Glenn. You'll get a solar generator for half off. Go to myendlesspower.com and do it now.
We can't control the weather, but we can control the temperature in our own home with a Fujitsu ductless cooling and heating system. Fujitsu's ductless systems are clean and quiet and let you select individual temperatures for up to 8 rooms, all by remote control. This means you don't have to waste money cooling or heating those rooms that you're not using. Instead, enjoy saving up to 30% on your energy bills. Many utility companies even offer rebates of $300 or more, and installation is quick and easy. Fujitsu ductless systems cool in the summer and heat in the winter for year-round comfort and savings. Get the temperatures in your home under your control with a Fujitsu ductless cooling and heating system. Fujitsu General means comfort and savings all year round. Find out how much money you can save by going to ConstantComfort.com and clicking on the energy calculator. That's ConstantComfort.com.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Community members of all ages are invited to visit the Appleton Museum of Art for Free Museum Day this Saturday, July 11th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. Enjoy the exhibitions, make art in the art space, and see short artist films in the auditorium all day long free of charge. No registration is necessary to attend. The Appleton is located at 4333 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Call 352-291-4455 for questions.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
WOCA,
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
Pat Gray and Stu Begier, 888-727 back. So, what are some of these? Okay, we got the immigration. He's for the amnesty thing. He is
he promoted a wealth tax.
The wealth tax.
Donated money to Rahm
He's not
Emanuel.
anymore, but he was.
He says, at least. Harry Reid, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton.
That's a deal breaker right there.
I mean, just judgment-wise, do you do that?
Deal breaker.
What did Harry Reid promote with that money? What got passed because Donald Trump gave him money?
You're talking about the worst living human being on the planet.
Right, yeah. He wanted Oprah to be his vice president. He described himself as a former Obama cheerleader.
Oh, my God. Good golly.
And eminent domain, he stole houses from elderly people to build, parking lots by casinos. The guy's not a conservative.
Join us on the Glenn Beck TV show tonight.
You're listening to the Glenn Beck program.
The Blaze Radio Network.
These are scary times for our power grid, and in times of crisis, the value of a solar generator is priceless. We have one in our home from Solutions from Science. Bill Hyde, he's been one of the leaders in solar generators for years, and the generator that he has built is really easy to use. All you do is you point it to the sun, you plug the solar panel cords in, and power it up. It provides backup power through storms and blackouts, and unlike gas generators, it runs quietly. It doesn't emit any fumes, and it produces an endless supply of free electricity powered by the sun. Now you can run a sump pump, shortwave radio, computer, even keep your food from spoiling. These generators provide life-saving power backup when you need it most. I want you to check it out for yourself. Go to myendlesspower.com for a special Blaze offer. That's myendlesspower.com. Use the coupon code Glenn. You'll get a solar generator for half off. Go to myendlesspower.com and do it now.
President Obama is negotiating a bad deal with Iran, giving them a pathway to a nuclear bomb. Senator Marco Rubio is fighting to stop it. Listen to Marco Rubio.
I think that the Iranians believe that Barack Obama and John Kerry are desperate for a deal, and I think they sense it. And the Iranians are taking advantage of it.
Our allies no longer trust us, and our enemies no longer fear us.
Take action now. Call 202-224-3121. Tell your senators to join Marco Rubio. Vote against Obama's deal and stop Iran from getting the bomb.
The prospect of a nuclear-capable Iran is so unacceptable that we must be prepared to act.
Stop Iran from getting the bomb before it's too late. Paid for by Conservative Solutions Project.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind, with a custom treatment plan that really works. I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.
Call New Male Medical Center today at 352-404-4779. 352-404-4779. That's 352-404-4779. It will change your life. 352-404-4779. Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. As a bailout deadline looms, thousands rallying outside the Greek parliament in favor of staying in the euro currency. Greece's defense minister saying their reform proposal will be submitted shortly.
It is said to include $13 billion worth of taxes and cuts and reforms over the next couple of years, but they are looking for about $80 billion in loans.
This is Greg Palcott. FBI says several potential acts of violence were stopped ahead of the July 4th weekend. Authorities had warned of a heightened terror threat tied to the weekend. Former 49er Ray McDonald charged with domestic violence in an alleged assault on an ex-fiancée, according to the AP. And most adults in the country are slackers when it comes to eating enough fruits and vegetables, according to a large national survey. Only 13%